Hey guys, welcome to the Live Well, brought to you by Digital Sportsman, where we get together with our community and talk fishing. The show's fixing to start, we're getting everything ready. But in the meantime, we want to tell you about our fine partners that not only make this show possible, but are companies that we absolutely love and stand behind. Groove Fishing, changing the norm of tackle storage. Sonar Pros, specializing in high-end installations across all electronic brands. Go where the pros go. Lip Sticker Fishing, specializing in putting clients on giant Lake Lanier bass. Bill Payne's Guide Service. Fish with a legend on Lake Allatoona, seasonal smallmouth trips, or even get your sonar dialed in. Brooks Anderson Fishing. Guide trips and educating today's anglers on Lake Lanier. Big League Charters. Fish with a pro on Tellico, Fort Loudon, Watts Bar, and Chickamauga. Money Saver Lure Retriever. Designed to break your lure free from almost any snag. Fishers of Hope. Benefit fishing tournaments to help people in need. Serve IT. Industry-leading IT services for your business. Change the way you manage IT. Turner Tire. Jasper, Georgia's most trusted family-owned tire center. Atlanta Safe House. The trusted source for safes and gun safes in Tennessee, Georgia, Kentucky, and Alabama. And of course, Digital Sportsman. A new way to discover and book unforgettable outdoor experiences with local trusted guides. Go to fngo.com to get direct links to all our fine partners. Get ready and let's talk fishing. All right, guys, what's going on? Welcome to the Live Well here at FNG. I hope you guys are having a fantastic Thursday evening. The weekend is in sight. We're almost there, and we've got an absolute great episode, I think, planned for you tonight. We're going to talk crankbaits. Okay, we've talked topwater, we've talked minute, we've talked everything, but we're going to talk about crankbaits because a lot of guys throw them, a lot of guys don't understand them. Like me, I'm going to learn from some of these guys tonight and with you. And so we hope you'll enjoy the conversation. Let's go ahead and take care of a couple things real quick. December 6th, Toys for Tots, Laurel Park, $5,000 guaranteed first place prize, $80 buy-in. Sign up now because you're going to blast off in the order of which you have signed up for. And again, it's $80, but also it's one unopened toy per angler. This is going to benefit Pickens County and Hall County Toys for Tots. We did this last year. It was an absolutely fantastic time. 98 boats, and probably, in my opinion, one of the best, probably one of the closest tournaments, I guess. You'd probably agree, on Lanier last year. It was a little cold, but, it was great. So, again, this is just another chance for all of us to get together and kind of as a family, like we always do, and just have some fun. So, let's do that. Also, too, November 1st, okay, Fishers of Hope's putting on a tournament on Blue Ridge for a young man named Matthew. Okay, it is a $100 entry fee. It is a team tournament. And I believe, 5 fish, 12-inch limit on Blue Ridge? Ain't it a 12-inch limit on Blue Ridge? I think so. Farmer, you're sitting there, it's 12 inches, right? Mm-hmm. I think I'm trying to remember the flyer from memory right here.
Yeah, I hadn't looked at it real good
yet.
They're going to do Blue Ridge is 12 inches, even though you can keep any spot in Blue Ridge, but tournament wise, 12 inches.
The Giants are playing the Eagles tonight. Okay, listen, guys, just do what you guys are doing. Turn them on and listen to us. So, but anyway, Tony Watkins, Fishers of Hope. If you want more information, go to their Facebook page and reach out. I know some of these guys here are going to be fishing it, so you can go hang out with some of them guys as well. And again, you're helping a young man named Matthew. So, with that, let me say hello to everybody right here. To my right, Father Time is here.
Good to be here.
Good to be there. To my left, sharing the mic, these two lovebirds right there, Jonathan Farmer and Alex Spurs. And then, of course, Tony's back there. We got him back there in the back by himself where he can dip and do whatever he wants to in the privacy of the room and all that. So let's see. Let's check out the comment sections right there. Did we see the weight at the Ultimate Anglers today? Yes, watch that weigh in. I think it was 25, 26 pounds is leading right now. I was keeping up with the local guys to see where Emil and Brooks Anderson, right now they're currently in the top 50. So if it ended the day, they'd be fishing that last day. And then I think Paul Marks is right there just outside of that, close, but no forward-facing sonar on that one. So them guys were doing Tucker dropped the bag. We were watching that too. And I told Tony, we were up here watching it, and I was like, oh, yeah, them scopers, right? Them scopers. So Cranking and Yanking would be happy with that right there. On TikTok, Real Adventures, any advice for the Big Fish tournament on Chick this weekend? Real quick. Anything you guys can think of on Chick?
Never fished there.
Neither have I.
I mean, I fished there.
Frog. frog in the morning, frog buzzbait in the morning. Then I'd go, I'd pull off into the little creek ditches and throw a spoon or some type of glide bait for a big one.
Spoon or glide bait. There
or
you go.
If it's got grass, then a chatterbait.
Right. Steve Billington said, Andrew, he's going to be jealous of Alex sitting so close to another man. Just let you know that. So, yeah, anyway. So, yeah, and Whataburger is legit. It's been a long time.
Whataburger is legit.
It is. I haven't had one of them in a while.
Supposed to be getting one.
We are supposed to be getting one?
Over there by the Publix.
Do they sell chili cheese burritos? Because if they don't sell chili cheese burritos, I don't care, man.
Breakfast taquitos.
Breakfast taquitos?
Yeah, they're real good.
All right, frog and punch and then ditches. Real adventures. Dave said that. Frog and punch and then ditches. So anyway, all right, let's get on the topic tonight. And the reason I picked crankbaits, of course, is Cranking and Yanking is always talking about crankbaits, and he is already in the house. And so I was thinking of all the things that we've talked about, and I said, we ain't done nothing on crankbaits in a while. And also, too, it is almost that time of the year where guys like me will be throwing rock crawlers and things of that nature. Your DT6 Rapalas, not Rapalas. They're going to come into play and all that. So I thought we'd talk about it tonight. Now, what we're going to do is I'm going to let the experts around me talk about it and what they like to throw. But we want to hear from you as well, because you guys run the show. So, if you need a question or if you got a question, throw that question out there. We'll try to answer it. If you got a comment on what you like, throw it out there. Let's read it and let's just kind of learn from each other. And we'll start it off simple with this. Went Jackie back. We want Jackie back. Jackie was fun. Jackie's probably locked up. You talking about Long Duck Dong, right? He's probably locked up right there. So, rock crawler, the only one I really like to throw. For me personally, that's it. And you're going to see a bunch of them. But if I had one crankbait to throw for the rest of my life, and actually one crankbait that I have confidence in, it's a Spro rock crawler. And so I'll throw those all winter long. I don't pick up another brand, but I have confidence in that. Now, when you get to other crankbaits and all, I'm sure they work. I just don't know. Steve Billington says, I love the Money Badger and all that. The Berkeley Fritz sides are where it's at. I throw the 9 on a natural spring, about 13 foot of water. Listen, the first Berkeley Fritz side I threw, I hit a dock and busted it in half.
I don't say, if you throw a Berkeley Fritz side, you better buy 2 or 3.
You do. They're good, but they're not the most durable critters out there.
That bill don't last.
Farmer looks like the older brother that pushed little brother Alex away from the table.
Damn, Cranking.
Mm-hmm.
There's a resemblance.
There is. There is, and you're absolutely right. Thomas Alexander said, fishing clear water this weekend. What color would you use? Now, what bait, Thomas? What are you talking about? You talking about a crankbait, or are you talking about something else? Throw that out there and we'll answer it. So Brad Silvers had the first question. How about using a crankbait to catch suspended spots? Technique, bait choice. Farmer's got something already.
Everybody's reaching for the goods.
Okay. Yeah, everybody's reaching for that. Real quick, the answer, he's throwing a DT6 in really clear water this weekend. What color would you guys use for a DT6? Clear water.
The natural shad, or some kind of any kind of natural shad pattern, or a green pumpkin like the crawdaddy or something like that in clean water.
What's that one?
Try and mimic your bait fish and your prey that they're going to be eating on: crawfish, bluegill, and some type of shad.
What's that one you got in the box there? Greenback shad color. It's
greenback shad.
Yes, yeah, something like that. That's my favorite for clear water.
Yeah, the greenback shad.
Yep.
Cranking and Yanking says the OG color is awesome. All right, DT series best crankbaits out there. Nuh-uh, it's a Spro rock crawler, dude. But anyway, I'm just playing with you guys. But for the question of Brad Silvers, suspended spotted bass. How are we targeting them and with what? And Alex, while he's looking, you can go if you got a selection.
I like this one. Clint put me on the Strike King stuff and the 6XD.
Yeah.
6XD. Probably couldn't hear me. And Clint put me on these, man, and they've been eating it.
They've been eating it?
I've been catching on it. Not like I have this other one over here that's actually got bite marks on it, but
Farmer's handing me some right here where he's doing that. While he's pulling out his baits, what glass rod would you throw a square bill on longer than 7 foot? Glass rod.
One I got behind me.
The one he's got behind him. If you hang on, Kobe, you'll see one right there. How many of these things you gonna hand me?
I'm gonna give you 3.
Well, he only brought 22 boxes. So.
Yeah, Farmer brought. Good grief! And Kevin took a picture. He's got 11 boxes of crankbaits too. So what do we? Okay, what do I have here?
You got your DT. You got your DT series. You got Crawdad or Crawdaddy.
Yep, there's one. Then you got
or that's the greenback.
Greenback shad, yeah.
greenback shad.
Mm-hmm.
We probably should have took another camera and did a close up.
Yeah,
but it is what it is. And what is this one?
That's the natural.
The natural.
Yeah.
So this is what you would throw for suspended spotted bass.
That's what I'd throw for the Clearwater.
Oh, the Clearwater. Okay.
Suspended right now, I'd be using a something that dives about 15 foot. This is the Mega Bass 300 LV, if I'm not mistaken. It dives 15 foot. This is on a high-speed reel. This is a 7.4. And I'll burn this through bait balls, bust the bait ball up, and that's how you catch suspended bass right now with a crankbait, is run it through a bait ball, bust them up.
So cranking and yanking, hold your ears for a second. So when you're scoping, you see the bait ball.
Well, you can do the same thing. You can do the same thing by watching the bait up top.
Yeah.
You can throw right past it because the bait ball is not just right there up top. A lot of big bait balls are 10, 15 foot down even from the top, and you can blow it through them and get those bass on the bottom side of them that's got them pushed up. But this is on a 7.8 Falcon 2.0.
Okay. There you go. You guys, hey, scroll all the way down, Tony.
I like that.
If you guys, let me know if you can hear, because we got one mic for those two guys. So if you're having problems hearing either one of those, let me know.
It's got a good weight transfer. You can sling it.
And we'll just start all over with these questions too.
So another technique that
they're having a podcast amongst themselves right here.
Another technique that I like to do that way is I'll watch if it's a true suspended bass, let's say it's not in a bait ball, I'll get a deeper diving crankbait, throw past it, run it down, and then stop cranking if it's like a balsa bait and let it come back up in front of them. They'll usually wipe it out then too. It's another good one for just actually true suspended bass that you're seeing just sitting out there by themselves. Run it under them and let it come back up in front of them. Okay,
that makes sense right there. Again, like I told him to go ahead and scroll on down. And Comfort Zone Outdoors 25, how you doing, buddy? So we'll kind of start from here. So if you had a question, put it back down again for me right there. Steve Billington. We'll start right here at the bottom.
Gotcha.
How do you decide between a crankbait or a jerkbait? I just recently started using a jerkbait, and I'm having success fishing it like a crank, which is what you do, Tony.
Well, yeah, I still fish it like a jerkbait, but I dig it like a crankbait. So I'm still twitching it, but I'm digging it down in the bottom. Yeah.
Now, when I got the McDart in the wintertime, remember I told you I started catching fish when I started cranking it like a Seville.
Yep. Change it up.
Just different down. And I had more success in doing but I mean, how do you decide?
The fish will tell you. I mean, to me, it's if you're running a crankbait, let's say you're watching them on forward face. We're just going to throw that there. You're watching them on forward and they're not reacting to it. Try the jerkbait. They want that erratic action. The crankbait doesn't have that always, unless it's digging on the bottom. It doesn't really have that erratic action all the time. And sometimes they just want it more erratic than the crankbait can do. So
But you start with the jerkbait, right?
Not necessarily. No, I mean, we're getting into the crankbait season. I'll tie on rock crawlers and I'll start with the rock crawlers, and they'll tell me pretty quick if I'm not getting bit or if it's like smaller fish. I'll change over to a jerkbait because I mean you're seeing the fish in the same areas. It's just you gotta get them to react.
All right. What about you, Alex? What are you doing, Alex? How do you decide, Alex?
I don't know. I just make the choice before I leave the house. Really.
What you're saying,
Alex makes them bite.
What you're saying is,
I just throw stuff and see if they hit it. If they don't, then I switch.
Normally, would you start with a crankbait before a jerkbait, or vice versa this time of year? You like your jerkbaits, right?
I do like jerkbaits, but I'd probably start with a crankbait right now.
Okay. All right. What about you, Farmer?
I'll start with a crankbait because if I can get the reaction bite of something going by fast,
and
I can cover a lot more water, I'll start that way and I'll slow down as I have to.
Okay.
With the jerkbait.
I got you. What very technical explanation, Alex. He said right there too. Let's see. About 30% of the bass I've caught have come on crankbaits. Hardly any of them made in the last 30 years. And so I get that. Tim's got a lot of old crankbaits for sure. One off-topic question, Comfort Zone Outdoors 25. Does the fluke donkey rig work well on Lake Lanier? No luck for me. A lot of guys throw it. So, yes, I would say it does in the right situations.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of guys do throw it. How about crankbaits around docks?
Yes.
100%. So,
especially pole docks. Or floating docks, it can be hit or miss because you're looking to make that bait deflect off something to get that reaction strike. Pole docks are better because you can bend your eyelet just a little bit to make them run to the side and bang into those posts as you're bringing it through and create a reaction strike. That's why crankbaits work so well. Even burning it in front of a fish, if you kill it, you're giving it a different action than it's sitting there. It's causing a reaction strike. You try to throw the same thing with spinnerbait.
right.
You snatch your rod, trying to make those blades do something different to cause a reaction bite. That's all crankbait fishing really is reaction.
Mm-hmm.
For sure. Randy Callahan, Wiggle War. I see Razorback. Pull up Southwest Indiana Outdoors right there. First of all, appreciate you joining us. I always like to see somebody outside the state of Georgia. Burning a jerkbait works just fine, but when that water gets cold, giving it that twitch pause is where it's at. Now, here's where I'm going to ask you one question. Southwest Indiana Outdoors, smallmouth, largemouth. Do you have any spotted bass up there where you fish?
No, he's all largemouth.
He's all largemouth. So here's the reason why I asked that, because this past winter, Spro gave us some McDarts, and I'm out there and I'm trying to McDart, and I'm trying to do the twitch pause and let it sit, just like you should do. This is in January. Wouldn't get bit. Got pissed off and just bomb ass cast that thing across the point, just started reeling it. Boom, 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 boom. So I think maybe with largemouth and that you have, that's really good. And I do think it works on the spotted bass here, but I also think spotted bass are super aggressive year round. And I started catching fish after fish after fish, not necessarily tournament winning fish, but on a jerkbait, reeling it like a Seville, getting it down about 5-6 foot and throwing it shallow. When I say shallow, 10 foot or less in January. And all of a sudden it started working. And I did that for the rest of the year. Now, I guess I'm working that jerkbait like a crankbait pretty much.
You were?
Yeah. So, but it was just something with the spotted bass. Now, I will be honest, I didn't catch any largemouth doing it that way. It was all spotted bass.
Well, the fish told you what they wanted. They didn't want that pause, jerk.
Yeah.
Jerk, pause.
And listen, I probably wasn't twitch, pause, jerk, whatever. I probably wasn't doing it right.
I don't know if you can do it wrong.
Yeah, I don't know if there is a wrong. I mean, on the twitch ball.
With the way they want it, they're either slower or they
Faster.
want it sped up. A lot of times, your more speedy retrieves, you're targeting smallmouth and spots.
Digressive.
Your jerk and let it sit. Your largemouth are lazy. They're going to come up and just, there's something.
Yeah, I've tried that 10, 15 second pause, and I've never caught anything doing that.
I've never have.
I've caught one of the biggest bags I've ever caught in my life doing that. And we were having to let it sit for 20, 30 seconds.
I ain't got the patience.
No,
Yeah.
man. Now again, I don't have the patience for that, but I'll throw that weightless wacky over that brush pile and wait
I
that
could
long.
hit a Twinkie in that amount of time.
Yeah, you could.
The only reason we figured that out is because I had threw out,
Backlash?
I made a bad cast, and I was working a small backlash out, and I'd hit it, and I'd realized that there was a little loop left in it. So I undid it, and all of a sudden my rod goes,
And then that was what they were wanting.
and it keyed me in, and we caught, I don't know, 7 over 5 pounds, 2
Largemouth though, that was a
all
largemouth bat,
largemouth.
all large, and that's why I asked him if he had spots or largemouth. So it makes sense right there. Let's see. I'm cranking because I hate jerking, Jeremy Conk, right? I understand that. Tyler Shelnut says, do y'all burn it and pause it? Some people do that.
Yep.
Throw as many different retrieves as you can.
Change it up.
Yeah.
Especially lakes around here, you gotta vary your retrieves.
You bust a
Don't.
big rock sometimes too. You can hit it and let it just float back
I
up
started
off of
to say,
that.
if I hit anything with a crankbait, I'm gonna pause it and let it nose back.
Yeah. Do any of you guys use speed clips on your crankbait? I do not.
Only on one,
Only on one. Which one?
the Japanese one.
The Japanese one. Y'all see? Okay. You want to go ahead and show
hold
them
that
that?
up, yeah.
Hold that up long enough. You can just kind of tell it's got a blade
You can get them through Alex.
Yeah, you can get them through Alex right there. So little modification on that one.
I didn't do it.
No, it came that way.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Compared to what the rest of them are, something a little bit different.
Tell us where it's from.
Japan.
No, pronounce it. What kind of crankbait?
So I don't really know how to pronounce it. It's Nishan, not Shine.
Jackie.
It's a you can't find
It's
it.
a,
It's a you can't find
it's a
crankbait.
Chippewa. They got a shallow runner and a deep diver. This is the deeper one right here.
Okay.
You need to see the video of that thing in action.
Yeah, it's on YouTube. You can search it and find it, and it sits about like that, and just makes all kinds of racket. It's got a nice tight wobble, and it runs nice and straight.
Okay. There you go. Tony, you use speed clips?
I do. I've got some. But I haven't used them, tested them out yet.
And you
No.
You don't. No, he says emphatically.
I hardly throw a crankbait.
I
I just have them for looks.
He hasn't for
He's
look.
got 11 boxes. He didn't
I'll
throw.
say it's only because it comes on it. That's so
Right. Well, I mean, look, somebody figured it out. You throwed it. You caught fish on it. Uh-huh.
It's the only crankbait sitting here with teeth marks on it.
But the other ones look like you ain't throwed them.
I don't
Look at it.
say nothing.
Crank,
No, they don't.
Cranking and Yanking says you can fish a crank like a jerk and a jerk like a crank.
That's
You
right.
can.
Yes.
You can. For sure, 100%. David Weaver, what time of year do we throw a shad wrap on Lanier?
I'm throwing it right now in like dock lights and stuff.
You throw it at night?
Mm-hmm.
I know a lot of guys throw those at night.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing about a shad wrap, they are
I think
fish
it's,
catching
this is
machines,
number
but they're
7.
so light.
They are so light.
They
I throw it on a spinning rod.
Yeah.
Tournament Legend makes a spinning rod series that throws it really well.
Okay. Yeah.
I throw all my shad wraps, number 5s and number 7s, on spinning gear. But right now and in spring is when I throw them.
Okay.
From right now till when they start going deep, and when they start going shallow again in the spring.
Little pre-spawn, you bring it back,
I'll bring them
pre-spawn.
back out.
Mr. Indiana loves a speed clip on a crankbait. Tyler says, are there any pole docks on Lanier?
No.
I don't think that I've ever seen one.
I know where there's one.
One, if there is, you can count them on your hand.
Yeah.
There ain't very many for sure. Cranking and Yankee says, just make sure the dock doesn't have cross
Yes.
supports, or you will lose that crank or a boat lift or something like that.
Yeah.
Trust me. Yeah, we know.
You'll lose it, but there's a really good chance if you can get that crankbait to do something that most of those fish don't ever see, especially against a pole dock, you're going to pull a bigger one that
That's
way.
right. Or you can get a money saver lure retriever that we have here at FNGO, and you can get that booger back for sure. I've had so many follows scoping with cranks, but not many fish. So if you're getting follows, then there's just a slight adjustment you got to make. Just, you know what I'm saying? It's a slight, it could be
It could be color,
it could be speed, it could be size,
it could be action.
it could be. Yeah,
Because every crankbait's not created equal.
that's right.
You've got
Yeah, the Spro rock crawler, and then you got the
a
rest of them.
square bill. This thing's moving a ton of water. The DT series, it's actually a real tight wobble. And it's not a flat-sided crankbait, but it's a fairly tight wobble. Spro rock crawler is not that tight, but it's got a roll to it as it comes through. Your flat-sided crankbaits are good to burn because they've got a real tight wobble coming in, but they don't get deep like your bigger crankbaits. But your deep crankbait's got a huge kick to it.
Mhm. Don't you think like the Fritz sides and stuff, at least around here, when we throw a Fritz side or something really thin, it's more dirty or stained water, right? For the most part, that's kind of what we do, right?
Yeah. I throw a Fritz side right now, especially during the turnover. If I get the turnover and I'm back in these creeks, I like to pick up a Fritz side 5 and burn the backs of these creeks
Mm-hmm.
and catch fish that way, because you've got bait fish packed in there, so you're acting a little bit different than what's back there. And then I don't really go with the bigger Fritz sides. I like the Fritz side 5 and the Fritz side 7.
Yes.
Old Bandit used to make a coffin style that
Yes.
would go about 12 foot.
Yeah. I mean, the Fritz sides are coffin styles.
Yeah.
But they don't
So-
run. I mean, the 5s don't go that deep.
5 go 5 foot,
5 foot.
7 go
Yeah.
7 foot.
What's up, Kendra? How are you there, hon? Now, Southwest Indiana, we do not have spotted bass. Yeah, it just changes a little bit. There's just something about spots that changes the way you fish, and but I get it, and I do get the the jerk bait, the pausing and all that in largemouth for sure, especially in cold water. Because I imagine it gets a little colder up there than it does here.
Yeah,
Well, the lakes also depict on what crankbaits you're going to use. Down here, we got a lot of rock.
Yes.
I mean, our rounded bills and deep divers are going to outperform square bills and lipless crankbaits
For the most part, yeah.
for the most part.
Yeah.
He could be on a grass lake. Lipless is going to outperform every crankbait
Everything.
that there's out there.
Yeah, makes perfect sense. Kendra's organizing the boat while she listens to us. So we appreciate you. I'm going to start calling you Mrs. Michigan. So we appreciate you, Mrs. Michigan. Tim Hancock, you can throw crankbaits just about anywhere around anything except maybe thick grass. And if it's submerged grass, you can do that too.
You take the tops of it.
You can, but I will tell you this. Listen, like of all the baits that we throw, and like I said, now throwing a rock crawler around here is pretty easy because you can chunk it up on rock, boom, boom, boom.
Mm-hmm.
When it gets to the other, like what you were saying, I'm lost. Like where to use this style crankbait to this and to that. Because on a rock lake, it's pretty damn easy.
Well,
You know?
you've been in the boat with me
I have been in the boat with you.
and seen where I throw particular crankbaits.
He'll throw it in the middle of the nastiest stuff out there. I know that for sure.
A square bill is your 4-wheel drive. It will come through just about anything but grass.
Mm-hmm.
It'll bog down in grass because it's a treble hook bait and it's coming to a T.
Yeah.
I'm going to put it in the thickest, heaviest wooded rock. It's going to be nasty, and I'm going to bring it through it.
He does. He does. I mean, when we were on Notley, first time I ever fished with him, we're on Notley, and we come into a blowdown or something. He's got that. What did you have on that day? It was
River
red.
to Sea Biggie.
River to Sea Biggie. And he chunks that thing right across, and I'm like, well, hell, he don't know what he's doing. That's what I thought. I'm like, hey, who am I fishing with? I even know not to do that. And all of a sudden, it comes here. He's like, doop, 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 doop. And I was like, son of a gun. And then, of course, he showed me his skipping skills later. And I'm like, okay.
I think I caught one doing that.
I believe
too,
you
and
did.
you're like,
Yeah, I mean, but it was like you threw that thing where 90% of guys would be like, I am not throwing that there because I'm going to have to go get it. I'll never get it back, etc.
mm-hmm.
So you know, but that is because you got confidence in the way you throw your crankbaits, and you know what the crankbait's supposed to be doing.
Yeah, I know what the crankbait's supposed to be doing, and it's all about gear.
Yeah,
Using the right gear. If you've got a super fast tip rod, you're going to get hung up because you're digging that thing into the wood.
right.
If you go with a moderate action rod, you're not going to fight it as much. That's why I like glass so much
Mm-hmm.
for running square bills and stuff like that. I've got a 7.4 heavy Tournament Legend glass behind me. That is my go-to for square bill rod, no matter where I'm at in the country. If I were to go to Texas, that rod would be with me.
Mm-hmm.
If I go to Florida, that rod will be with me.
Right.
So it's
your confident rod. That's your 4x4 rod.
well, it's my 4x4 rod. I can go fish cypress knees with it. With
Yep.
a square bill. I can do the same thing with a chatterbait or a spinnerbait with that rod. I can fish. It's an
Versatile.
all-around rod.
Emil's sitting 28th. Yes, he is. Yes, he is, and we're proud of him. Matt Hall, if you had to choose one deep crank to start with, what would it be? Also, what features on a lake to target? Relatively new to bass fishing from a boat. His home lake is Lake Norman in North Carolina. Norman, that's spotted bass lake, ain't it?
It's a spotted bass lake, but it also acts a lot like Hartwell. There's a lot of largemouth offshore.
Oh, okay. All right. Deep
As
crankbait.
far as selecting a deep crank to start out with, you can't go wrong with the Strike King 6XD, 8XD, 10XD, because they're made for deep cranking. They've caught a lot of big fish, and they're not that expensive. If I was going to start out with a deep crank, that would be the one that I'd go with, was the Strike King 6XD to 10XD.
And I think you would concur with that, Alex.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I throw it over brush piles.
Yeah. Try to get it down there now. So he's saying, what features would you target? Now, this again, we're deep. Now, you said brush piles.
Yeah.
Ledges, wood, rock piles, anything that I think that crankbait can reach, I'm going to throw at.
So you want to get
rows,
down to it no matter what. Not
Yeah.
even not going over, but you'd like to get in it if you can.
I want to hit it. I want it to get down there and hit whatever I'm trying to hit,
Right.
because I want that crankbait to hit it and dart off to the right or dart off to the left or kick up,
Kick up.
Kick up.
because I want that fish to go, ooh, here comes something. Oh crap, it's going to get away.
Reaction. And don't you think that 95 to maybe even higher percent of the bites you get on a crankbait are reaction bites? So farmer's got a woman in his pocket. I mean, yeah. You need to get
Power's
it.
out.
You need to get it if somebody's power is out. For those that don't know, he works at Amicalola EMC. Tony, what about you? Do you even throw deep
Yeah.
cranks?
Oh yeah.
What do you throw?
I'm either going with the DT20
Yeah.
or the Dredger 25. I think it is.
You like the dredger?
I do like the Dredger. Yep. I do both. DT20 or the Dredger 25. Yep.
Kevin's playing with something right there. You pull it. Good Lord. Put the camera on Kevin for a second. Let's see what he's pulling out of his
Trying to get
toys.
him out here. He was talking about a 10XD. And that's what I used on Eufaula.
On Eufaula.
Yep.
What were you targeting?
Deep ledges.
Deep ledges.
Yeah, that old boy in front of me was just killing me. So I figured out I had to have something to get down there too.
Okay. And look, they brought all their toys tonight.
You know, Tactical
This is-
Basting has a good one too.
Yeah, that's what this one right here.
See, this is the kind of episode I know I don't have to do anything on because you guys have always been the
That's
toys.
that one right there.
What is that?
That's Tactical Bassin's tactical crank.
Is that the same thing?
River to sea.
Okay, so
Yeah,
there.
just like his.
Let's see. Okay, there you go. And this is what you're hitting ledges with?
That gets down about
Yeah, you-
16, 17 feet. Yeah.
You can speed crank this too,
And it doesn't roll.
and it does really well with speed cranking. Another deep crankbait. You sold these in the store, Danny, and I can't remember the name of them.
Oh, it's Timmy Horton's
Yeah, it's Timmy Horton's
company. It's not Accent, or is it? Don't it start with an A?
Yes, I can't remember the name off of it right offhand.
I had a bunch of them one time that
And
I bought
then-
off of somebody. Yeah,
Then Spro's deep crank. Those are
Adventure
pretty much my
Outdoors or
two
something?
go.
it's something like that.
Those are my two go-tos.
Dredger makes a good one
This
too.
one and
hmm
the Spro Little John are my two ledge fishing baits that I like.
But now on a lake like Lanier, do you actually use any of those
Lake
in
like
Alatoon?
Lanier, I use the Norman.
Yeah.
Deep little end. I use the Lucky Craft 300 LV and the Tactical.
Right.
I'm more speed cranking on our lakes, trying to bust up bait and cause a reaction strike deep with those versus like Chickamauga with the ledge bite and everything like that.
I got you.
Spro's got a good deep diver too.
Yeah.
And Spro Little John, that's the one I had in my
Miss Michigan wants to know: do we throw lipless at all? And
Yes.
he goes, right. Y'all might as well keep
Yes.
that stuff up here.
Well,
Here, look, we'll move this stuff around. Put your things up. What is that right there, Alex?
to be honest with you, I have no idea who makes this.
I can't do this, Danny.
Yes, you can. Just
I
spread them out.
can't do that. That's all crankbaits.
Just lay them down. Yeah, you can do that. I don't care. I will say this, Kendra. I never did until this year on Lake Allatoona in the spring. It was what's the one Spro makes?
The Aruka Shad?
The Ruka,
Ruka
yeah.
Shad.
And it was orange. With it had that little the black lines, but it was orange like that.
Hollow one too.
And I chunked it right down the bank because I wouldn't catch on nothing. And I'm like, hell, I might as well try that. And it was just like boom, boom, boom. I said, hell, there might be something to this thing right here.
As far as
Look at all
lipless,
you guys.
as far as lipless goes,
If you had that in a groove tackle, box right here, the hard bait box,
I wouldn't have.
you
this
would not
problem.
have to do that. So guys, go to groovefishing.com and get you the groove tackle hard bait box. And you ain't got to sit here and do this like these guys because they got inferior boxes. groovefishing.com. You like that?
I do.
That's
That
the
was
way
a
to
good-
do it.
That was a good plug. All right, my two favorites as far as lipless goes is the Spro, like this one,
Yeah.
or the LV 500. They're a lot heavier. These are 3/4 ounce lipless crankbaits.
Yeah, that's the first thing I said when you handed it to me. I was like,
How heavy it was?
"That thing's
Yeah,
got some
these are
weight."
3/4 ounce for these deep water lakes that we've got.
Yeah.
Because the big way I like to fish these is in the dead of winter, and I let that thing go to the bottom,
Bottom.
and I'll literally just lift my rod tip to where I can just feel it vibrate once or twice and let it hit the
And you
bottom.
yo-yo it kind of.
It's kind of a yo-yo, but you're literally just picking it up off the bottom a couple inches and dropping
You're
it.
almost like hopping a jig.
Yes. And you'll be amazed at the size fish that'll pick these up
Mhm.
doing that.
What about you, Tony? I just said that because look, I looked back there and Tony was taking a big swig of water.
Appreciate that.
Yeah, you're welcome.
I do fish lipless, but I use it. I mean, kind of like he's talking about with the jigging, but on the lake I fish a lot. You can just burn it through kind of on top this time of year and catch the crap out of schooling fish.
She says she likes them because you can throw them shallow and deep. What do
Yeah.
you got right there?
That's the rat on the wrap I was telling you about last week, as a matter of fact.
Old fire tiger.
That's my number one choice.
That's
Yeah,
your, of
I've got-
lipless.
I've got one of
Lipless.
those, but it's like a shad pellet one.
Now, if I'm on grass lakes, because I did say those are 3/4 ounce baits.
She says these are super universal.
Yes, they are.
That's what she said.
But-
She's smart.
The TN70 from Jackal or the Cordell Spot
Old one.
on grass lakes. They're a lot lighter. There's not much to them. You can keep them up and rip them through the grass a lot easier than you can, say, the LV500 or the Spro, Aruka Shad, or any of those.
Okay.
Another good one that everybody knows is the Red Eye Shad. The Red Eye
Yeah,
Shad is really good as well. And the Red Eye Shad is kind of one of those that you can fish it deep, fish it shallow, because it's heavy enough to get down there, but light enough to keep up.
I got you.
That's the one I throw the most.
That's what
of.
you throw.
Yeah.
Now, guys, listen. Hey, listen, because we're going to be doing a lot of talking. So you may have put a question, and it might be 30 minutes before we get to it, but we're going to work our way there. We'll try our best. Let's see. You got something to say? Or
No.
oh, okay. I thought you were. All right. Aaron Young.
Aaron Young.
I just want to talk. I like Aaron.
There you go.
I have a plastic covered wire laundry shelf in my shed. I use it to hang all my old plugs on that have bad hooks. When I need something, I can see what is there and put new hooks on it for sure. I mean, it's a good way to keep up with a lot of old stuff. If you only had one crankbait for the rest of your life, what would it be? I know mine would be a rock crawler.
Oh, that's tough.
It's kind of tough for where we live.
Man.
Where we live, it's tough to go against a rock crawler.
DT8.
DT8, which is similar bait.
Mm-hmm.
Alex,
I'm going with this Japanese one.
he going with the one he
I got
can't
a lot of
pronounce.
confidence.
He's-
I got a lot of confidence in these.
We'll call that the Jackie bait. What have you got, Tony?
It's going to be a DT6, DT8.
DT6, DT8. What about you?
1.5.
1.5 what?
Crankbait, square bill.
Square bill.
That's the Strike King square bill, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I got you. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. There you go. So there you go. Answer, Thomas. What size line are you using on the deep diving crankbaits? And are you always getting a low gear ratio? Are you always using that?
No.
No.
I use 12 to 15 pound test
Depending where
on
you're
my
at.
on my deep divers.
Fluoro?
InvisX is what I use.
Yep.
I actually right now have a 7.4 on my deep divers because I'm trying to cause a reaction strike. I'm burning it through a school of fish, or I'm burning it through that school of bait. I don't want them to have a chance to come up and look at it, just slow rolling it through, especially right now where the water temp's still in the 70s. Now, when it gets down into the low 60s, 50s, stuff like that, then yeah, I'll roll one of those 5.6 gear ratios like the old BB ones and just feel that thing just wobble.
Gotcha. What do you use, Alex?
Like 10 to 12 pound test with an 8-to-1 gear ratio. Just so I can get it down there quick.
I got you.
And
What
I use the lighter line to help it.
about you,
down
Tony?
there.
I'm using a 12-pound test in InvisX fluorocarbon, and I use a 6.4 to 1.
All right. And you?
7.1 reel. InvisX, and I'd go 12 to 15 pound as well, depending on what I'm throwing and where I'm at.
Right. I got that. Let's see. We're so far behind because like we're talking to things that have been said and all that. Go ahead and scroll all the way down.
All right. We're
Yeah. See, look at all that. Look at all the comments. We
Wow.
guys are like, we're never going to get to that. So we're just going to start all over. We'll do the
dang,
best
that
we
was a
can.
lot.
But while I got your attention, guys, hey, listen, if you're not a member of the channel, not a subscriber, but a member, you're missing out a little bit. For your support each month, at the end of each month, we're doing a giveaway. We will do a raffle style drawing for all the members of the channel. $4.99, you get one ticket. $9.99, you get two tickets. $9.99, which means you like us more. But this is what we gave away in October. This is a JC Elite bait casting reel here. from Spro, and the next 2 months we're going to be giving these away. All right, so if you are a member, a paying member of the channel, November 1st, we'll be drawing. Which one is this one? What gear ratio is this? This is a 6.6. So the 6.6 is what we're going to be giving away. And I've got all 4 sizes of this reel, and I love them.
Let me see that thing.
It's a badass little reel, but you got to be a member of the channel to play. Okay, so
It's got the handle on the wrong side.
you're wrong right there. Let's see
Says the
what.
kayak angler.
Does anyone like the Dobbins Champion XPs? How sensitive are they?
I have no idea.
The Dobbins.
Champion XPs.
I have not fished or held one in my hand, so I wouldn't know.
Okay. All
The
right.
only Dobbins I ever had, I shattered it on a hook set, and I never bought another one.
Yeah, that's,
Okay.
I bought one Dobbins and I broke it. That was it.
That was it. Okay, I got you. See, y'all ain't big fans of them, are you?
Tried to slack line with it, and it broke into like 4 pieces.
All right, Brad Silvers, what do you think the fish are doing at night right now?
Right now, with the water temperature starting to fall, I'd go shallow, and I would parallel the bank with a chatterbait, a night blade, and a jig, and I would have those 3 rods, and I would do nothing else.
Find you some dock lights.
Coming off full
Throw you
moon
an
too, aren't we?
underspin, throw you a shaky head.
I got you. Now Miss Michigan said, I love the Dobbins. It's a must-to go-to drop shot rod. And then Mason says the Champion XP is very sensitive. I got 2. All right, so there you go. Everybody teach his own, right? Everybody likes what they like. What is your go-to color? Now that is a question that can go 100 different ways depending on what lake you're on and all that. But if you could pick one color crankbait from now into the winter,
Sexy shad.
sexy shad from now into the winter.
Oh yeah.
That
Sexy
was,
shad.
Keep it in.
that was creepy in my ear.
Can you hear me okay?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I thought Jackie came back. You really got into that.
That is a good color.
Apparently
Crankbait.
so.
Crankbait.
Okay, listen, no judgment here. It's judgment-free zone. Let's see. Scroll on down. We hit that. We hit Chris Page's head. Let's see what we got. You guys are talking about that.
they're
Dark
cool.
brown crawl. Dave Aldridge said red crawl. Jeremy Conkright. I love red bug. I love from now all the way through winter. That's a Spro color. That red bug. Farmer, why do you prefer the heavy glass over the medium heavy?
It's only situational. If I'm throwing an 8XD or the AXD, that DT8 or a Spro rock crawler or the Norman deep little end, I'm throwing a medium heavy. I'm throwing a 7.6 medium heavy glass. When I'm throwing my heavy is when I'm throwing the square bills, the bigger square bills that I've got in just absolute junk. I need enough backbone when I hit that fish. I want to bring him to me. When I set the hook, I want to bring that fish to me to get him out of that cover. That's why I throw a heavy glass with square bills and stuff in that nature.
Okay.
Where I'm going to be fishing in junk.
Right. Pull up our buddy Herschel up there.
Herschel.
Right there at the top.
Yep.
For those of us without fork basin sonar, cranking and yanking ears perked up, how would we use crankbaits? Just target points, docks, etc. I've never had any luck with one except by trolling one behind my kayak in the river channel. I'm not the most experienced guy in the world when it comes to that, but like if I'm on Lanier, Rocky Point, Rocky Bank, or sometimes a red flat red clay bank,
Yep.
depending on it.
Transitions are the best place to throw a crankbait.
That's what you said that.
Transitions.
Mm-hmm.
So if you transition from a flat into the creek channel on that break, a rock vein going into clay, wood going to rock, rip wrap going to sand.
Yep.
Transitions are where your crankbaits are going to shine, because that has fish positioned into attack mode. They're not there just to sit there on cover. They're there to eat on transitions. They're not just sitting there wondering what's going on.
Right. They're there for a purpose.
They're there for a purpose.
At first, when I learned how to do a crankbait, I literally just went to the map and found every hump on the lake and throw it across that hump. I didn't need forward facing sonar. I'm just throwing it across the hump. And then like he's talking about the transition zones or flats, where flats go to the deep water, running that edge right there. I mean, you didn't need forward facing to catch them on crankbait to me. But
And you really don't a lot,
no.
Especially in the wintertime.
The big thing that I used to do, especially before forward facing sonar, around here, a lot of our lakes drop in the wintertime.
Yep.
And they're down 15 to 17 feet. Even if I didn't fish that day, I'd just run the lake to find stump rows, rock veins,
Brush piles.
Well, the brush piles, people got smart enough to put them off far enough off where the lake is, and they're not out of the water. But I'd try and find just these little subtle transition points where the fish are going to hold at, especially certain times of year. Like right now, we're in a transition period where fish are moving from the main channel back into these main creeks. Well, you can go all the way to the back. They're not here. If you come back out just a little bit, you're going to run into them eventually. They might be on the second, third, or fourth secondary point, or they may be on the main points on the creek channel. Just find that transition area, and that's where they'll be holding that.
Okay. Bass Assassin on TikTok. How do you feel about hard jerk baits when the bass are blowing up on shad? We will definitely throw it on there.
Yes.
But for the most part, don't you think that you got to be fishing it that day, right? I mean, you see what I'm saying? Like, unless you see them keep continually blowing up, and then you can be ready for it, right? Because most of the time around here, like we could be fishing something, and then all of a sudden they're blowing up. If they're blowing up right, you can throw whatever the hell you got on your rod in there at certain times. Do you target like those kind of fish with it, or would you go with a fluke or a spinnerbait or something?
I'll throw a jerk bait at them.
I know you do, yeah.
The only problem I have with throwing a jerk bait at them is I can throw something that's not a jerk bait a lot further, and I can reach them a lot easier. A fluke will throw about the same as a jerk bait, but I could take a spook or a riser or something like that I can absolutely sail and get to them versus me trying to motor over to them.
So if you had a jerk bait rod, if you had a rod with a jerk bait on and a rod with a spook, they come up blowing, you're grabbing the spook first.
Yeah, because I can send it a lot further than I can send the jerk bait.
What about you, Tony?
This time of the year on Wedowee,
Did you say it right?
When I did. It's not a herring lake.
Right.
So I'm not having to worry about the fish moving as quick and as fast around. The jerkbait rod is on the deck first thing in the morning with the spook. And if you got them, if they're down below the surface a little bit, that jerkbait is getting thrown all day long and wear them absolutely out over deep water, 80, 90 foot of water, and they'll kill it. It's one of my best go-to things on Wedowee.
Any tips on how to keep a jerkbait from hooking the leader?
I throw a rattle trap myself.
Oh, at Schoolers?
Yep.
You know what?
Because
shame on me because I forgot the old man to my right and I didn't turn.
Yep.
All right. Kevin, what would you do?
I throw a rattle trap because you can get it down below them, and the bigger fish are usually below.
That's right.
Yeah, but you got to have one tied on for that. So you have one tied on all the time.
Because when they stop blowing up on the surface, they're still there.
Yep.
So I throw the deeper running jerk baits, and that's how I'll get them. And I don't throw it on braid to leader. I just throw it on straight floor carbon.
Yep. 100%.
Yeah, I don't know too many of us that do that. We're all straight floor or whatever, right?
I am. Yes.
Okay. All right. So scroll on down. They were talking about the colors. Let's see. Where's our next question? Yeah, clay bank with a red bug rock crawler sounds lovely right now. I don't overlook a red clay bank. I have found that on Lanier though, and it's just my experience. I catch more spots on the rock, but if I'm on a red clay bank, that's generally where I will pick up a largemouth. Generally, not always. It's not law. What about cranking around bridges? White Owl 74. Do you crank around bridges or do you more? I mean,
I crank around bridges, especially the riprap that's on the bank.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's a transition area.
It's also choke point sometimes. I mean,
but you're concentrating on the bank, right?
No, well, you can knock it off bridge pilings. I mean, I fish a crankbait around dams in the spillways when the lake's all the way full. I'll throw a crankbait up in the spillways. And that's a good way to catch a couple big spots because there's always bait around the dam, no matter what time of year it is. There's always bait there.
Okay.
There's a few dams like Altoona, Carter's. No, Carter's you can get to the spillway. Lanier. There's a few TVA or Corps of Engineer lake you can't get right next to the dam and do that, but 90% of your TVA lakes you can.
Okay. Cody Jones. I have a 7-foot medium rod. It's a Duckett Ghost cranking rod. The only cranks I can really throw on that is square bills and maybe medium diving cranks. Would y'all agree? It's definitely not a deep crank rod.
It's not a deep crank rod, and you're gonna fight it with your square bills on where you're throwing your square bills. I need to know if you're having an issue with losing fish in structure with a medium rod. Your flat-sided crankbaits would be really good for your the medium rod. It would be able to throw them a lot easier.
Okay.
But it's just a question on the square bill, because it may be the difference between how you fish your square bill versus mine, the way I fish it.
Right. Steve Billington, back to when they're busting top water. When they're busting up, how far beyond them are you putting the bait? Or are you dropping it right in the bait?
I throw it past them as far as I can get it.
I try to at least get 5 foot from them.
Whether it's closer to you or over
Yeah.
them?
Especially like spots are notorious for this. Not largemouth, not so much, but spots are notorious for leading and chasing bait. So you've got to watch them bust at least twice before I throw to know where they're going. Because if I just turn around and blind cast, I might be behind them and never get that fish to come back. I've got to at least see him twice before I throw at him to get him to.
You're wanting them to show you where they're going.
Yeah, and I want to act like I want to present that bait as natural as I can.
Mhm.
If they're blowing up that way and it's a school of them and I get in front of them, well, that fish might think, oh heck, somebody's already hit that one. That's a injured shad.
Yeah,
And eat it.
I got you. Aaron Young. Now I do. This is some wisdom. I do like this. The time to throw a crankbait is when the fish aren't biting or nipping, because it's the best reaction bait option, especially in cold, dirty water. I think we all can agree with that.
Yeah.
To a point for sure. Now, Steve Billington says, I tend to throw right into the bait and get a lot of bites that way. And you definitely can if you time it.
Yeah, you got to time it.
If you're throwing in there and they're there and it's a pretty good school, but oftentimes guys will, by the time they get the rod, if they decide to change what they're throwing, and they do that, you're right. They could be another, because spots are fast and the bait's fast. They could be another 20 foot past that spot.
Yeah.
Even though it looks like it's almost instantaneous when it hits.
They're gone.
Mhm.
That was the case about a month ago on Lanier. I'd sit there and pull up in the mouth of creek and they're just blowing up everywhere. Well, by the time your bait landed, they were 15 feet that way and they weren't coming back for it.
Yeah. Okay. Adam throws it right in the middle of the ripples when they're schooling. I think there are days you can get away with that.
Mm-hmm.
And then there are days that are like what you're saying. John G., our old buddy from down in the flatlands of Georgia. What do you throw at bridge columns? And we're talking crankbait. Let's keep it on crankbaits. If you were fishing a bridge column right now, or would you even be fishing a bridge column right now?
I'd be targeting mouths of creeks and stuff like that right now. But if I was going to go to a bridge column, depending on depth, if I'm on Sinclair or something shallower that's mostly largemouth, I'd probably throw something like the DT8, Spro Rock Crawler.
Kind of like what Bass Assassin says,
Yeah.
a deep diver on a bridge
deep
column.
diver, or if I'm on Lanier and I'm seeing fish that are suspended in 15 to 20 foot, then I'll throw my something like the Mega Bass 300, the tactical from river to sea, or like a DT 16 or something.
But John fishes a lot of rivers.
Mm-hmm.
So
that's why I said shallower. I'd go.
Yeah, that's
shallower,
yeah.
Deep little end, something like that. Or if he's really shallow and only like 3 foot of water, square bill.
You're running that thing as tight as you can to that thing.
And I want to know, because in the
Or do you want to hit it?
in the rivers, particularly, especially around bridges, there's always log jams where those logs have just slammed up against and it got stuck there, especially in rivers. And a square bill will outperform just about any crankbait in a river on bridge pylons,
Okay.
just because of the junk that gets stuck on them.
Gotcha. You got a thought on that, Father Time?
No, I agree with him.
Okay, you agree. Bailey's Custom wants to know what's the best crankbait for midwinter, late January, early February. I know how this is going to go. Let me see if I guess it right. I'm going to say a rock crawler, Spro rock crawler. Tony's going to say a DT6. You're going to say a DT8. You're going to say that damn Japanese one. What are you going to say? Wigglewort. And what are you going to say?
Yeah, KVD 1.5.
KVD 1.5.
Can you guess my color?
Texas Shad.
No, it's
No.
just I don't. Okay, so on his DT8.
I know what color.
Oh, good. I'm looking at it. Demon.
Demon.
You know what I'm talking about? That
Oh yeah.
you need a beer. Well, he's just like holding it up, like you know.
I didn't want to interrupt.
Joe Boo. I
Like,
need
Joe Boo.
needs a refill.
You need a beer?
Bartender, Joe Boo needs a
Bartender.
refill. We got that fridge right here. We came prepared. What do you want?
Bush.
All right.
Bush latte.
If you're
Bush
giving them
latte.
out, if you're giving them out,
Good Lord, let's just take a break. Everybody want a beer? What do you want? I got Miller Lite and I got Yingling.
Yingling's fine.
Bougie guy.
You offered. You didn't.
All
have
right,
another
you
bush.
good, Kevin?
I'm good.
All right, there you go.
I'm designated driver tonight.
Designated driver. Bunch of drunks. As you know, Carters will drop 2 feet in a night. What would you do when they shut the flow off? What type of structure? You can set it up there.
I didn't know if TikTok.
Hell with TikTok. Okay, what do you do when they shut the flow off? What type of structure?
When they shut the flow off in Carter's, that's difficult. The bite just goes to snot no matter what structure you're on.
Make sure you turn to the mic a little bit there, big guy.
Sorry.
Yeah.
If they shut the flow off at Carter's,
You go
that's
home.
when you slow down, jig,
Put it on the
worm.
trailer.
But
Or go home.
yeah, or go home. But I would try at night. I would try to bang a 6XD or 8XD, the silent version, off of some of those shallower running humps and points and stuff like that that had the bigger rock on it. I'd target rock.
Okay. I want to do this because Dane put a question on that and I ignored his ass just
Just
to see if he would type it again. Jonathan, how do you determine if a flat side or a rounded crankbait is better?
let the fish tell you what they want.
Which one do you start with most of the time?
This time of year, I'll start with a flat-sided crankbait because I don't know, depending on.
That's yours.
Yeah, it's mine. We'll drink mine, but I'll start off with a flat-sided this time of year because the fish are seeing a lot of pressure right now. It's still warm enough weather. There's still a lot of boats out there. We're going to start dealing with a turnover soon, so there's a lot of things going against you this time of year. So I'll start out with a flat-sided, then go to more of your rounded crankbaits like your Spro, rock crawler, the DT series, the deep little ends. But right now I'll start with the flat-sided like the Spro Little John, the Fritz side 5 or 7, and the Rapala Ott's Garage.
Who is that?
I'm going to slap him right across the mouth if he says Rapala again.
Who is that?
Rapala.
That's right. In this place, it's a Rapala.
I'm mixing those together.
Rapala.
Spro Little Johns are awesome. All right, pull up Cody Jones. I say that Jonathan's only twice my size. You know what I'm saying? I got witnesses right now. So
Well,
young.
he's going to test that teddy bear
Mhm.
It is
theory.
It is Rapple.
I know it, but it's also a lot of people say crappie too. We say crappie here. This is the land of Dan.
Land of Dan.
In the land of Dan, it's Rapala. All right. Cody says, follow up to his last question. If you were me, what power and length of rod would you switch to for my ducket? I'm not a huge fan of my ducket. What was he talking about throwing? He's talking about throwing.
He's that ghost cranking rod. He's what he's got now.
Yeah, and but what he was throwing lighter stuff, right? Like the flat size. Wasn't that his original question?
I think so.
He's throwing his square bill.
Square bill.
Square bill and all that. What would you go to?
I would go. It's the same blank as the Tournament Legend. It's just the components are a little bit cheaper, like your eyelets and stuff like that. But
He's getting a rod, folks. He brought us toys.
Yeah.
What do you got?
It's another glass rod, but this is the Mojo Bass Glass Series. They have everything up from heavy, extra heavy, down to this is a medium that's like a noodle. So if I was going to go get a crankbait rod that is cheap enough for most people to get,
The common man rod.
the common man rod,
Okay,
it'd be
yeah.
the Mojo Bass glass rod from St. Croix.
I got you.
This is a 610 medium power, so I actually throw the Fritz side 5s and stuff like that on this rod, and then they also have your longer rods, like your 7.6s as well.
What do you throw, Alex?
It's a 7.2 medium heavy moderate fast.
What brand?
It's a Cashin.
Yeah, well, I
Yeah.
listen to you, but I listen. They're good rods.
Yeah, I want to get a Douglas one, but I gotta wait till I start getting paid from the new job.
Best answer tonight.
It is. Listen, but you know what? That is a real life answer.
Yeah.
That's what I want. I gotta get paid. What about you, Tony?
I'm currently using a 7-foot medium heavy ducket rod. It's the Pro Series, whatever it is, the white ones with the blue writing on it. I can't remember. It's got some angler's name on it. I don't remember, but that's what I use currently. But eventually it'll be a Falcon.
Okay. What about you?
7-foot FX Extreme Medium.
Listen, FX makes a good
Makes
rod.
a good
They
rod.
do. They
Makes
make
a
a
damn
great
good rod.
rod. All my crankbait rods, except for that Falcon back there, are glass rods, and they're either tournament legends or Mojos.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Aaron just got back from the bar. Appreciate you taking some time to join us there after having a good time tonight. Let's see. Where are we at? Let's go down to the next question. Scroll on down. We gotta have a question of the night.
Oh, it is. Yep.
Then we went through an hour quick.
That was quick.
All right, so guys, listen, we're gonna do the question of the night, and I know what I'm gonna give away.
You gotta give
Real
away
quick.
a crankbait,
I know. So here's what we're gonna do. You
Are
Scroll
they
on
getting to
down.
Pick out of one of our
I was
boxes.
gonna say pick out one of the boxes.
yeah.
All right, we're at the bottom.
The Groove Hard Bait Box is the one you need, Silver Punk. You do need that. I'm telling you. And if you go to groovefishing.com and type in FNGO10, you get 10% off. You get 10% off. So I'll show you what I'm going to give you after he reads the question. Now, how many answers?
One answer.
Now, this is, I'm not giving away that Hellraiser. I like my viewers too much. Now, this
crap.
is a retread, kind of,
This is an archive question.
that was really fun the last time it was answered.
That's correct.
All right, so I'll go get your prize. You said two?
One
One answer.
answer.
It's going to take some math. Get your calculators out. Okay? Go.
All right. What is the weight difference between a 2025 Ranger 520R Cup equipped and a 1989 Ranger 374V Comanche, including gas? I'm looking for the weight on the boat hull and gas only. Note, I'm using a formula based on the average weight per gallon, either rounding up or down based on the closest whole number weight. Forget about fuel density due to different formulations, ethanol content, or temperature. I'll read it again because that's a long question.
I got a paragraph here on my phone.
Dang.
Take notes.
What is the weight difference between a 2025 520R Cup equipped and a 1989 Ranger 374V Comanche, including gas, boat hull, and gas only? I'm using a formula based on the average weight per gallon, either rounding up or down based on the closest whole number weight. Forget about fuel density due to different formulations, ethanol content, or temperature.
And did you clarify if it was in pounds, ounces, or kilograms?
It's pounds.
Okay, you want it in pounds. Okay.
Okay, so if you're a nerd
Mm,
and you can get that,
that
here's what you're going to get.
one got close.
You got a Rock Crawler 50, Spro Rock Crawler 50, and Sparkle Shad. Okay? Let me let everybody see.
Sorry.
There's that. And I'm going to give you a Hunter 65 MD from the Essential Series of Spro right here. Right? And that is in Cellmate. I probably should keep this one for
That is
myself,
a good one.
but I like you guys a lot. And so you're going to get this one right here. But I mean, is anybody getting close?
One guy was
We had
close.
one guy real
Did you
close.
see Steve Billington's first one? Well,
Oh,
after that,
yeah.
I'll just go buy it.
Just buy it.
That's how I feel right now.
But anyway, I'll send these two cranks. Thank you, Spro, for sponsoring our podcast
That's
group.
right.
Let's just say that. We get a lot of cool stuff to play with from Spro. You can't do that. Farmer's wife might have been watching. He just caught him right there.
That'd be all right.
Yeah. So anyway,
Right there.
did I miss the question? Brian Farrell. Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
And it only took 32 minutes to read out.
Tyler wants to know who was close.
You can rewind the show and listen to the question again and then skip ahead.
KP, start around 1,100
Yeah,
pounds right there. Coleman, good for you going to Bible study, buddy. Good for you. Everybody should know that book. Now, while all those guys are guessing, while they're guessing, I've got a question. I know you like Demon in the DT series. Tell everybody what are you trying? I mean, I get crawfish for sure.
Crawfish.
It's a darker brown color,
It is. Well, it's red.
reddish, yeah, like that. But when do you go to your oranges, your green pumpkin with your chartreuses, those kind of colors?
Are you trying to get my saying out of me?
I forgot your saying. I ain't seen you in a while. What's your saying?
If you see red, start throwing red.
Yeah, that's when you catch a largemouth
Mhm.
or a spot, and they got the
Their crushers are
Crushers
red.
are
Their
red.
lips are red.
mhm.
If you start seeing red, start throwing red.
It looks like they're bleeding.
Mhm.
It's like they're raw.
They're raw. They've been eating crawfish.
They're raw. When would you make the switch though from? I love you guys. You guys are just throwing it out there, ain't you?
When I start throwing red is about mid-January,
Mm-hmm.
all the way up into spawn, just about it.
Okay.
Um,
What are you throwing now though? You mentioned like the blue shad color, still almost like this.
yeah, shad color or some type of brim color, because right now they're targeting this year's spawn pretty much,
Mm-hmm.
and last year's spawn of bait fish, your shad and your bluegill. So I'm going to go more towards your bait fish imitators than your crawfish imitators
For right now.
for right now. Which crawfish? I mean, the jig bite's phenomenal right now.
Yeah,
I've
we'll have
been-
to do that next week.
Yeah.
We'll talk jigs next week. But I mean, we need to do a jig episode, like a really break down.
Mhm.
For sure. I got TikTok here. I have a counter question. What year was the Constitution ratified? You don't get to do the questions here, my man Tyler.
What's the price?
Yeah, what's the prize?
Hey, KP says after 1,100 pounds, call a friend at NASA. I'm giving away nothing, and I'm not. Apparently, neither am I.
I remember this question.
Oh yeah.
When he said it tonight, I was like, "Oh, here we go." Yeah, it took him a while, and then we had that one guy start bringing up the
Gas
atmospheric
density.
pressure and
Yeah.
all that stuff like that too. So, let me ask you this: what is the most common mistake? Let me rephrase that so I can cut a TikTok out of this. What is the most common mistake that most anglers make when throwing a crankbait in the fall into the early winter?
Fishing it in the wrong spots.
Okay, what should they be looking for?
Look for transition areas, but you want to go where the fish are going to be. They're following the bait back, getting ready for winter. They're bulking up for winter.
Mm-hmm.
So you're going to go where your bait goes. Backs of creeks, where fresh water are coming in. A lot of them will go to moving water, so that could be in the river, or that actually can be close to your dam, because as soon as they start generating, water starts moving.
Okay.
And
I want you to answer that too, Alex, from the kayak perspective. What's the most common mistake you say? Or give me another example of something they do wrong.
Not throw it.
I mean, that is for sure.
Throwing a jerkbait instead.
Do you find that? Let me ask you this: do you catch bigger fish on a crankbait compared to a jerkbait, or is there one is more of a numbers game, or is it pretty fairly even out in your experience? Because like if I'm throwing a jig compared to a shaky head, I feel like I'm gonna catch more on a shaky head. I'm gonna catch better quality on a jig.
Yeah.
So do you find that with a jerkbait versus a crankbait or anything like that?
In my personal experience,
Mhm.
yeah, I tend to catch bigger fish on jerkbaits at night, fishing them through dock lights.
Yeah.
Than I do fishing during the day. I catch a lot of dinks on them, but the fish I've caught on crankbaits have all been quality.
Quality fish. What about you, Tony? Well, Tony's paying attention.
Yeah, I was like, I'm watching these numbers fly by.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I can tell you it's a lot higher than 347. Joining late. Did farmers say the word bandit?
I did.
You did.
Bandit makes a great crankbait. Great crate for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the Norman. The Norman's an old name one too that's still phenomenal.
Let me ask you this: let's just be straight up honest. What's the worst crankbait out there? Quality wise, we don't want guys messing with them, hooks and all that. I know you guys know because I see it on your face.
What's the
Bass Pro Shops.
I was going to say the Bass Pro Shop brand or the Walmart brand that you get that have the junk eagle claw hooks on them.
Is the hooks really is that what separates a quality crankbait? Is the hooks and the split rings and all that, or is it in the body? Because at the end of the day, it's a piece of plastic.
It's in the design.
Yeah,
because how you design the bait's the action you're going to get out of it. I mean, Spro did really well with this one because it's narrow at the back end, but it's got a blunt head, so it's going to roll
right
as it comes through.
Dane says a Bomber Model A still catches fish.
Bottom Model A, the bottom Long A still catches them.
Yeah, it does.
I love the Bomber Long A, especially this time of year.
Do you remember the first crankbait you ever thrown? What was it? Oh, you got it.
Yeah. It's a DT6.
DT6.
I was going to say mine was an SR5.
An SR5. Tony, you don't have to look at me or do the camera. What's the first crankbait you remember ever throwing?
I can't even remember. It's probably one from a gas station going to a lake somewhere.
Cranking and Yanking says Norman deep little end 2.5 is a great lure.
Yes, it
Yep.
is.
It is too. And Cranking and Yanking, let me ask you this: since you're there and you are our resident crankbait guy, I think we've all established that, right?
It's in his name.
It's in his name. Which would you rather throw? More of or which do you throw the most of? I guess you throwing flat sides. You throwing. I don't guess he'd be throwing deep divers like we do here, even though they got some. I'm just curious what Louisiana cranking is like compared to here in Georgia.
I'd figure it'd be more square bill and your shallower running cranks.
Right.
Like I'm sure what is the strike crankbait that's got a weird shaped bill? It's an L-shaped bill, and I can't remember the name of it. It's odd, but it'll come through just about anything.
Right. Didn't you say that while he's thinking? Dane said overlook bait is a Strike King 1.5 when the bait is small and fish shallow. Ain't that the one you like?
Yeah.
The 1.5 is a tiny square bill. It's this. I think this is the 2 point, isn't it?
Do any of y'all have the pose?
Let me see.
That's Strike Kings.
Let me see.
I think that's bigger than the 1.5, ain't it?
No.
That's the 1.5.
Yeah, you're thinking about the 0.1.
Yeah, I'm thinking about the 0.1.
You guys,
1.0.
has anybody gotten close?
We've had one guy within 1 pound.
It was 2 pounds, wasn't it?
No, we had one that was literally 1 pound.
All right, one of you guys are 1 pound off from getting this Hunter 65 MD and Cellmate and the Rock Crawler 50 in Sparkle Shad. Come on.
I can tell you the name of the person. It's way up, but I don't know if Father Time wants me to do
No,
that.
we don't want to do that.
Okay.
Hybrid Hunter. That's it.
Hybrid Hunter. There you go.
Hybrid
Walter
Hunter.
Walsh,
I got
Walsh,
one.
thank you.
I got a hybrid hunter.
Do you see if you can find out while you're doing that now? Cranking and Yanking said generally.
Yeah.
That's got that. Yeah, that's got that.
That thing right there.
Jacked
I figured
up.
Like points down.
it actually comes through wood.
It hunts.
It comes through wood better than a square bill does.
Does it really?
Once
Yes.
It bounces right off of
It does.
Well, I guess so. It's got a face mask on it, like a football helmet.
It comes through wood better than a square bill.
Cranking and Yanking says, scroll on up real quick. I'll read it quick. Generally 5 to 8 square bill, rarely use flat side. I've never really noticed any difference with the flat side. Okay, for sure. What-
All these
but
guys
isn't
are adding 1 pound.
They're all adding 1 pound to their weight.
isn't cranking and yanking or cranking and yanking? Aren't you more dirty water versus say what we've got? We've got 15 foot of visibility.
He's
Is
got more
yours-
tannic acid.
Is that tannic water?
He throws Caddo, Fisher's Caddo, or
So-
Cato, however the hell you say it.
But
Ain't it Caddo?
wouldn't it be more? Doesn't your black and blues work better than say your whites and stuff like
Chartreuse and
that
blues,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's what he was
down
talking
there?
about, black
Because
and blue chartreuse.
Oh, he had an answer right there.
'Cause
One of the
it's-
lakes. He said, hit that again, Cranking and Yanking, or go it real quick. Right there. Pop that up real quick and you go back down. One of the lakes I fish has 30 foot of water in some places, and I can go much deeper, close to the dam and around rocks in the winter. I wonder if a rock crawler would work down there. What's your favorite color, Cranking and Yanking? Craftmaster, what's your go-to crankbait mod? What's your go-to crankbait mod?
Feather treble.
Feather to treble.
That's mine.
Well, pull that one you like, Alex, that you brought though, because while it came that way and it's not a mod, it is different than you see on a lot of stuff right there.
Yeah, it's got a swivel and like a willow leaf on it.
I tell you what, it's interesting. And then you pulled a video up, and I could hear the noise. I wasn't watching the video, but I could do that. Stain for sure, but not like chocolate milk. And then Dane, I was actually getting ready to ask him this question: when do you throw a silent versus one with a rattle?
Fishing pressure.
More pressure equals
Silent.
less pressure, rattle. Do any of you do the braid on the hooks? And I know that a lot of guys will take the split ring off and they'll do the braid trick so that way the fish can't tear off. I know guys that do it. I don't.
I do that with my glass rods because they've got such a.
Oh, we got one.
We got a winner.
We got it.
Who got it?
The same guy that was 1 pound off.
Michael.
Oh, hang on. Wrong guy. Hang on. Sorry. It moved on me.
Michael Hefner.
He was 1 pound off earlier.
I think we should give him a golf clap. We'll give you the golf clap right there. Thank goodness.
Chinese cheers.
Huh?
Fooey, fooey.
3 Chinese cheers. Fooey, fooey, fooey.
All right, guys, you can
There
stop.
goes TikTok.
You can stop guessing now, guys.
All right, we're done. I heard it's helpful for the hookup ratio for smallmouth.
I can see that.
Kendra, I do know some guys down here. I can't remember his name. He was on a podcast. He works for Pure, and he would do that to all his crankbaits to give it a little more swift, so they couldn't pin it.
I do it.
Pop out.
I do it on the lipless, like the red eye shad, something that's got a little more weight to it. That's the ones I do it to. If I do it at all, I just tried it a few times.
What kind of knot do they use on your crankbaits?
Palomar.
You use that for most of your stuff.
Everything.
All right, what about you, Tony?
Anybody
use a loop knot or
they
something
call,
like that?
They call it the double pitsins. What I tie on everything.
The what?
Double pitsin.
Double pits.
Yeah.
What about you?
Just clamp
Alex?
style.
I tie a couple different knots. When I'm on the water, it's always a Palomar.
Mhm.
But when I'm at home getting ready to go fishing, I tie a San Diego Jam on everything.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
What about you?
So if you break off,
Does anybody really
Palomar-
know what the hell a San Diego Jam is? I mean,
I got it from watching this show.
did you really? I
Yeah,
don't
from
remember that
Ryan.
episode from Ryan. Yeah. What about you?
I use a Palomar on most of my crankbaits. Now, if it's like a lipless or even I categorize blade baits in the crankbait category because you're throwing them out, reeling them in. I'll try a loop knot or something to get a little more action out of it.
Yeah, on stuff that doesn't have a split
Adam,
on it,
hey,
I always tie
Good.
it.
Okay. Was it you? See, look, there's been some episodes where I couldn't remember who won what, and your prize is actually sitting up there on my desk, and I'm like, eventually somebody's going to say, "Hey, you didn't send me this." So,
Yeah,
Adam, I got it. I'll get it to
Everybody
you.
that's come in,
Thank you.
Everybody that's come in talk bad about a Hellraiser every time they see it sitting there.
We do. It's right there, and I'm like, I owe somebody this thing, and I can't remember who it is. Adam, I'll get it out tomorrow. Thank you. There was a question about does anybody rough up their
sides?
Yeah, their sides to take the shine off? Farmer. So yes.
I actually don't sand mine. I actually put them in the windshield of my truck, let the sun bake the color out of them.
You just dull them up a little bit that way.
Mm-hmm. I'll literally let them sit 3 days on one side, and I'll flip them over, let them sit for 3 days, and pull them out and go fishing with them.
What about you, Alex?
I'll rub them up with a red Scotch-Brite pad.
I love getting these little tips out there. Tony, you do it?
No, I don't.
Dave Aldridge says yes, he does.
One
Hey, I haven't tied your jigs yet, Aaron. You're in line. I'm coming.
one mod I'll do is
Everybody's going to shit on Danny now. Like, where's my stuff?
Where's my stuff? I've been asking for farmer specials for a month.
Uh-oh.
Fingernail file.
Uh-oh.
I thought I gave you some.
I'm just being funny.
Oh, okay. There you go.
I just being
I
an
quit,
ass.
guys. I quit. Michael won the weight math too about a month ago, Danny. I hit you up on Facebook about it. I said, I know, I told you, there's like 5 prizes up there because I do 152 different things, guys. So you have to excuse
All right,
me.
listen, everybody message Danny on Facebook if he owes you something. We're doing,
And don't- hey, and
we're
don't-
doing honesty.
listen.
We're doing honesty here.
Be honest about it. Don't say I owe you something. You got mine that Danny tied. Yeah, Danny, I had those for you.
Well, he didn't get them from my truck, so I claimed them.
That's right. All right. So anyway, go back up.
I say these comments are rolling.
They're rolling now, but I saw something. And this is for me. Now, this is a Tim Hancock thing. Do any of you guys change out your crankbaits to red hooks?
No,
You don't ever do the red on them?
no.
Against a white one, I will.
Against a white body?
Mm-hmm.
Front or back?
Front.
Okay, that's what Tim does. That's why I was.
Against a white body. Now, if I'm throwing a red crankbait, no.
Okay. See, Michael, I was just trying to wait till you won again so I could save on shipping.
Yeah.
Right. What top water would you throw right now for the last hour of daylight?
Top water I'd throw right now, buzzbait.
Yeah, I knew that was coming.
Yeah.
What about you, Alex?
Shower blows.
Okay. Tony?
I'm going with either buzzbait or some kind of walking top water.
Kevin?
Buzzbait.
All right, there you go. Let's see. I change out the split rings to oval rather than round, Cranking Yankin does.
Yes.
Kendra says buzz bait all the way. Y'all need to check out her live too. I don't know how often she goes live on TikTok, but it was pretty entertaining the other night. Let's see. Cody Jones said, let's see.
Oh.
I can get a versatile crankbait right now. That's not a question. I'm trying to catch up on questions. Do you use weight dots on your crankbaits? Any of you guys use the weight dots, or do you tie any of the lead around the hooks or anything like that?
That was a mod that I do. I do suspend strips on some of my crankbaits, especially if I've got fish hugged to the bottom. I don't want my crankbait rising. I want it sitting there right there in their face. I'll add suspend strips to mine.
You ever do that,
I haven't. No, I don't do it.
Alex?
I have, but it's not something I do regularly.
Tony?
I don't do it.
Okay.
I actually, what I actually do is I'll have the same crankbait.
That
on
makes
two
sense.
rods. I have one with suspend strips and one without. And if they don't want the one that's rising, I'll throw the suspend strip. And if they start eating it, then I'll put the other one down.
That makes sense. Tyler says you can pay for a San Diego jam at certain truck stops. Whew.
He would know.
Look at Kevin. Look at Kevin. He vapor
Y'all
locked
got
his
it.
ass on
Y'all
that.
got it.
Locked him.
Y'all got it.
Hey, way to go, Tyler. I'm glad we got you there, big dog. That is pretty funny. I love you too, Michael. Adam, best type of rock to target only near with crankbait.
Feel better?
Do I feel better? I do feel better. I was not in a good mood before this show started, guys. Now I feel better. We vapor locked Father Time. He's about to just don't wet your pants, dude.
He's still
Whatever
locked
you
up.
do.
I get scared when he gets like this.
He's
Look at
cherry
that
red
color.
too.
He turns as red.
Breathe,
He turns
Kevin,
as red as
breathe.
a tomato.
Breathe.
You ever got a San Diego jam at a truck stop? Huh?
No.
That sounds like a T-shirt. Best type of rock to target on Lanier with crankbaits.
You clear your throat or what?
Oh my
Oh,
God!
geez.
Oh.
I'm out.
Well, we went a little farther.
We went a little far. I mean, we were right there on the brink, and the
We
most
went over.
the most mature guy here decides to just take us right off the cliff. Listen, you're supposed to bring us back, Kevin.
Oh, shit.
I love it when he gets slapped. All right, best type of rock to target on Lanier with crankbaits. The simple answer is the one in the water, but where are we going? Where are we going with that? Are you going to say cathead, flathead, biscuit? Rock, or what is that?
You've never let me live that down.
No.
Cathead rock.
Cathead rocks.
No, and chunk rock, some type of chunk rock that you can get that thing to bounce off of. Rock veins are really good too. Your slate rock that's got a lot of rock veins, but that's the two I'd target. The stuff that's close to the breaks.
Sorry. He's
Ooh, here we go again. He thought about it again.
Don't blame me. He's going to have a damn heart attack.
He done got the
You
tissue
better
out.
calm down, old man. I'm not giving you mouth to mouth. I got some chewing right now. Hey, look, if this is your last moment, I love you. Just let you know.
I have one. I don't want my mouth.
You don't want your chew back. Whew. Did you even answer that question?
I tried to. I got halfway
in the
through
middle
it.
of it.
Say it again. Say it again.
Chunk rock or rock veins are the two best on Lanier that I've found for crankbaits. Chunk rock could be riprap rock off of bridges, near marinas, boat ramps, anything like that. And then your slate rock or your rock veins are mostly going to be found on your points and stuff like that. I can't look at Kevin. I can't make it through it.
We're all laughing at
This
this
is
point.
bad.
I can't look at Kevin.
We're trying to be serious here. We got viewers dropping off left and right. We done ran off half the damn viewers when you're laughing. I don't care though. It's funny. It's worth it. You keep laughing there, buddy.
All right.
Does anybody remember the Bagley Smooth? Pops had one in his tackle box. I don't remember that one.
Oh, wait.
I've
No.
got some Bayou boogies in my tackle box at home that never goes with me. That were my grandmother's.
Oh, wow.
That's pretty cool. Oh, it's got sentimental place though.
Yeah.
They ain't never,
I ain't gonna use them.
they ain't never hitting the water
That's what I
again.
say.
for sure.
I've got some Bayou boogies, some old original spooks of hers, and some other stuff that's I can't even remember the name of the crankbait that's got the old metal bill or whatnot on it.
Hell,
I don't know. It's got a funny looking bill. to it.
Hellbender?
Maybe the Hellbender.
That's like a trolling plug, though. A lot of people troll those things. What about adding color like red to them? I mean, now we know there's. What do you mean? Yes,
We don't let that one go.
yes. I'm just gonna
Not
say
twice.
yes.
Not twice.
Not twice. We let it go one time. The answer is yes. Add red to it. Yeah. Guys, listen. This is very. He's gonna say this is a trick that Farmer showed me.
Dane's gonna be really mad.
Dane to get over it. Okay, he's old and grumpy. He'll get over it. So this is a trick that Farmer showed me, and I actually.
Here he goes again.
What the heck?
Dane, it's over. We're doing it.
I'm reading the question.
Oh, you talking about Steve Billington?
Yeah.
Yes, I know. I read that too. pull up Billington's thing. This is the next question. If you win a prize from Danny, take the years you expect it to take before he sends it, divide it by 2, then add 2 unicorns and tell us the total. You know what? If nothing else, we're a damn good time, right?
Hey,
Oh,
And we're teaching you something. So listen, so Farmer showed me this. So this is Spro, Little John, right here. And so it looks like it's red with a green pumpkin back. The reality is it's really translucent on the side. So Farmer showed me this. You can throw this, and if they're not biting it in a little modification, you take a red Sharpie, dry it off a little bit, color in the translucent part. And I will tell you, when you do it, the first time you do it, like when it's brand new, that is the prettiest crankbait. Candy apple red with a green pumpkin back. And all the glitter, I'm saying a little longer so Dane can have a conniption there. So all the glitter that you will see in it, you can't see it here. Boy, it blows up. That red makes it just glow
If
like
you
everything.
could see it, you could see the rash and teeth marks that are on that thing.
Oh, it's tore up. But also, too, if you're throwing one like this and you carry Sharpies, and let's say your partner's up front and he's got one with red on it and he's wearing them out and you're throwing a translucent one, it's very easy to pull that Sharpie out, dry it off, and then color it in, and then you're right there. You don't have to change baits, and eventually it wears off and it goes back to your original color,
You
right?
can do that with just about any Sharpie if you want orange, because they have a bunch of different colors. I mean, you can color one in chartreuse if you want to, because they've got the chartreuse Sharpie. You can color one in orange.
Farmer, park in the garage. Otherwise, 4 flat tires in the morning, baby. But
Well, like I said, Dane's going to be upset with that one.
oh, we're going to take a picture and post it on the group page now.
Oh, yeah. But it is something that he showed me that I thought just a Sharpie, and you're like, the difference. It looks like a totally different, brand new crankbait.
Oh yeah, it looks completely different, and you can actually color these in. I actually take a chartreuse one and color this in like that, and have the green back, and take a blue Sharpie and give it a small little dash like that across it, and
See?
it works really well.
See, only on this program can we talk guys into telling us their secrets for you guys right there. And why? Because Farmer is a good guy, and Dane Hunter over there is a daggum gatekeeper.
And
But-
I don't tournament fishing.
And but actually, Spro is actually making that color now. Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's a beautiful color. It really is.
Oh,
There's
it
something
looks
about
great.
It's amazing. Do any of you guys ever replace the back hook with a spinner or a hook with a spinner?
I have. I've never seen. I lose more fish that way because they're grabbing at the blade, and I never get anything. I never get a hookup on them, so I quit doing it.
What about you? Is that the only crankbait you got that's got a blade of any sorts on it?
Yeah, I mean, I've got multiple different versions of this one,
Mhm.
but yeah, it's the only one.
Now, VMC makes a bladed treble hook,
Yes.
and I have added that to a couple crankbaits. More my lipless crankbaits because of how I fish them, yo-yoing up, and it's flashing as it comes down. But I have not put it on the back of a crankbait yet to see if it gives a little more knocking or whatnot.
You just reminded me, somebody in the comment section, and we actually went past it. It was kind of closer to the question. I mentioned taking, like off a lipless, the back hook or one of the hooks off and then yo-yoing it in timber.
Mhm.
I remember I seen a comment like that somewhere, and I missed it and forgot because he was probably having a heart attack while we were doing this. But do you ever do that? You ever remove a hook so you can get into the thicker stuff?
I have not done that. It's a good idea though, because I mean, if you're vertical fishing a lipless down in timber, the back hook's where you're going to get hooked up mostly. So it makes a lot of sense. You can actually do what a lot of saltwater guys do and add just a single hook on the front
Mm-hmm.
and a single hook on the back, and you don't get hung as much doing that as well.
Seems like a lot of Japanese style baits do that. They come out,
Mhm.
they have that single hook. Now,
Most of your saltwater lures come with just a single
the
hook.
single hook, yeah.
So you can kind of do the same thing with bass. It's just, I think the reason we use treble hooks mostly with bass are more bad to slash at a bait or try and hit it. I catch more fish on a crankbait, it seems like certain times of the year, on the outside of the mouth where they've swiped at it, and I've got the round bend hooks on, and I'm catching them as they swipe.
Gotcha. All right. I'm going to let you, Alex, answer this question first from Cody Jones.
Cody Jones. All right.
Right there.
Yep.
Is there a cranking rod that could be pretty versatile? Is that 6'9" Mojo rod versatile, or is there a rod you'd say that could be versatile for square bills and some deeper cranks? So you go first on that because you use a different rod.
Yeah, I've never thrown a Mojo rod.
You have another option, and I'll let Farmer talk about the Mojo.
Yeah,
you have one
it's
for
a catch and icon.
You like that? And
Yeah,
pretty versatile.
yeah.
I'll say this: that Spro rock crawler rod, I use it for crankbaits and jerk baits. Until I got the McStick rod over there, but now I got my McStick rod. Now, what about you?
The Mojo bass and the Tournament Legend are very versatile, especially if you get like a medium heavy per se. You could run shallow, like square bills. You could go to medium divers. You could probably throw your smaller, like Frittside 5s on it. You could probably throw a 3/8 ounce chatterbait and a spinnerbait on it as well. I've done that. I know I can throw the 3/4 ounce inline spinner or rooster tail on the medium or heavy as well. So it's a very versatile rod as far as glass rods go. The Mojo is, because you can get any size from like the 6'9" all the way up to a 7'6". So whatever you're wanting, the Mojo Bass is a very good versatile all around rod, because you get a medium heavy, you can just throw about anything on it.
Right. And speaking of versatility, I saw Ricky Moore's comment right here, and I was going to tell him to pull that up because he said, check out the Lew's XD series rods. They can do a lot of different crankbaits. And that was going on with that question. Nick D, what's the best deep crank rod? That's the only one I don't have in my arsenal. So every one of you get an option. Tony, go first.
I'm still throwing it on that ducket, 7
On the
foot,
ducket,
medium
okay.
heavy.
You, Alex?
Yeah, same.
Same?
It's
Well, okay, you keep saying the cashing, but what if like you could get whichever one you want? What would you go get?
I'd have to look up the model number on it. It's a Douglas.
It's a
rod.
Douglas rod,
Yeah.
because I know that's where you're wanting to go.
Yeah.
It's a Douglas. All right, what about you?
Well, mine's older, so you can't even get the Falcon 2.0 lowrider anymore. But the biggest thing with a deep crankbait rod, so you don't fight it, is you want a long butt handle.
Mm-hmm.
So you can stick it under your arm and really get after it. If you don't have a long butt and it's sitting here riding on your forearm, your back's gonna be killing you at the end of the day. So you're not looking as far as moderate rods with your deep cranks as much. You want a little backbone so you're not fighting it. So I'd say a medium heavy, mod fast would be your best option, but you want that long butt to stick under your arm to be able to do that crankbait all day, or you're just going to sit there and go home with a hurt back and not want to do it anymore.
Okay. What was that brand ducket for I get to Father Time? What brand ducket do you?
It was the Pro Series.
Pro
I think.
Series?
It's the white rod with the blue writing on. I think
Somebody
Pro
was
Series.
asking on TikTok what the ducket was.
Yeah, I
Pro
think it's
Series.
Pro
was
Series. The only bad thing with the duckets are small eyes.
Yeah.
That's my biggest complaint. But I mean,
I get
overall, it's pretty good.
What about you?
13 fishing, Envy, black, 7.9 moderate.
Okay. You guys like NASCAR, man. You know all the numbers and everything.
No, I wrote it down.
Did you? Do you ever throw a crankbait against the grain? Which one is less likely to hang up? I have trouble with them digging under the rock, and they are a pain to get back. Against the grain.
He's talking about throwing it up and not following. He's not following the lay of the rock. He's going against it to where it bubbles up and he's
I
digging
gotcha.
into it.
You ever do that?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Square bill shallow is going to be the one that comes through it the best.
Mhm.
But if you're wanting down 8 to 15 foot, I have to go with the Rapalas, the DT series, because of how high float they are. If you feel like you're starting to get snagged, don't pull into it. Just let off of it, and that thing's so high float it'll float out of it, and you can keep coming.
Do you like the balsa over the plastics?
Yes,
Yeah.
All of you do. You just can't bomb them like you can a plastic one, though.
you can.
I
They're
don't know.
weighted.
They
Oh,
go
the
pretty good.
weighted ones. Okay.
They're
All
pretty
right.
good.
They're weighted. They still float high, but they're weighted. I can, with my 7.6 tournament legend that's got a one of the DC reels on it, I can bomb that thing a lot further. I can get a DT8 to 13 foot.
I saw Jackie's Instagram. He does like posting his women like he caught a fish. That's crazy right there. Tony, you got any questions while you're looking at it? I mean, anything coming across your mind you thinking?
No, not right off.
What about you, Kevin?
I'm just taking it all in.
Yeah, we can tell. we can absolutely tell. How is the reel seat on the new Mojo? Any of you guys throw the new Mojo? How's the reel seat on that thing?
It ain't bad. I haven't found any issue with it yet, but I haven't had a fish on it big enough to really stress it yet. So the reel seat's fine as far as your run of the mill casting reels, but I haven't had a fish on big enough to make me feel it in my hand to see if it's.
Has that been an
turning.
issue or somebody?
Some rods you have an issue with that, but you can take a piece of cardboard or a piece of paper and fold behind it and sit it down in there, and it takes care of it.
Okay, pull up Silver Punk, but I'm going to answer Patricia Leanne Shaw's thing. They were doing it on their Facebook page. That's how we watched today. Ultimate Angler's Facebook page. How do you adjust the line to make a crankbait run right or left? Do you bend it the same direction you want to go or opposite?
Well, if the crankbait's running, you bend it. If it's running right,
You bend it left.
you burn it. Yeah, it's opposite of what you want. So if it's running right, you bend it left. If it's running left, you bend it right
To make it
to make it straight.
No,
Very
no,
slight
but-
bends.
go. He wants to make it run to the right or left.
Then if you want it to run to the left, you bend it to the right
Okay.
slightly.
Slightly.
Do not overbend it. If you overbend it, it's just going to sit here and helicopter all the way to the boat.
And
It's
you'll
just
weaken it, too.
just a slight bend with the needle.
It don't take much.
It doesn't take much.
Okay. Any favorite lure baits for fall night fishing?
Chatterbait.
Chatterbait.
Okay, yeah, you do it at night more than any of
Yeah,
us.
Shaky head.
Mm-hmm.
And then if I go dock lights on shaky head, bait,
Nick D goes, whoa, what do you bend?
underspin.
Yeah.
All right, you're not bending the
You bend the light.
split ring that you're
line
trying
tie.
to. You're bending the eyelet on top of the crankbait
On the
that's
bill.
in the bill itself.
Slightly.
Slightly.
Yeah.
Do not overbend it. If you overbend it, you're going to fight it back, and then eventually your crankbait's shot because it'll never stay tuned.
What's up, C-Mix? Silver Punk, rod tip or rod tip down to keep a bass from throwing your crankbait. Rod tip up, rod tip down. You're fighting it. You don't want to lose it when they jump. They're coming up. You high,
Down.
you low. You're down.
Down.
Okay.
Stick your rod in the water.
Yes.
And you're hoping that they don't come up.
You try to keep them down. If you feel them coming up, stick that rod in the water.
Okay.
Try and keep them down. But that's another reason I really like glass rods versus your other rods, your composite rods or anything like that, is because they unload so slow that you never really lose pressure with that fish.
Mm-hmm.
A composite rod, especially a fast action tip, that rod's going to go flat, and you're going to lose every tension with that fish, and he's going to throw that hook at you and laugh as he swims off.
I got you. Nick D smashed him on a buzzbait today on Toledo Bend. I bet you did, man. I bet you did. Adam, pull up this one. This is a good one. With today's technology improvement in carbon/composite rods, do you feel glass is still king for cranking?
Yes.
And you really, I was going to say you have to, but you don't own a glass rod, right?
No, most of them are carbon.
And you like that. It works for you. What about you, Tony?
Man, I think
You got to duck it, I know.
Yeah, I think it's still. I mean, it does what I need to do, and that's why I picked up that rod.
Mhm.
I mean, I feel like it is.
I tell you what, so you've been around a while. I'm not saying you're old or nothing, but there was a time when all you had was fiberglass,
Mhm.
and now you've seen all the new different, composites and everything. What would you prefer, the old school way or the new?
The new.
You like the new better than the glass?
I don't have any glass rods. I've got composite, but no glass.
Why is that?
No real reason. I just like the composite.
You just like it,
That
just the
FX
feel.
just works so smooth.
Yeah.
What's another rod I've got? It's a Bass Pro Shops, and I want to say it's a Rick Clunn. It's an old one, a Rick Clunn rod.
Mm-hmm.
That is a fast action, heavy, but it's got a real soft tip. And I use that. I used to use that before I got the FX.
Okay.
I have a question to that. How many fish do y'all have pull off while you're reeling them to the boat and it's gone?
What the hell are you looking at me for? I don't fish.
Fishing a composite rod.
Not any.
Well, I'm just saying you're reeling them back to the boat, or you get them to the boat and you notice they're skin hooked. How many come off?
Are you suggesting that more will come off on a composite as opposed to glass? So even if they have an experience,
Now a moderate rod, no, or it's close. But if you're fishing just a regular old composite fast tip, or I'm gonna hold to that. They'll come off. They'll pull off because your rod's not as.
Well, let me ask you, what about let's just say you got one, he's so good to fight. Is there a difference in how you can kind of muscle a fish around with the glass compared to a composite? Or is it more for the hook set and then those situations?
It's for the fight. The glass is strictly for getting them fish in the boat.
You think it's superior?
I think it's superior in keeping fish pinned.
Okay.
We had old boron rods back in my day that were just like broomsticks.
Mm-hmm.
And
well, I'm asking crankbait. I'm not worried about.
Well, back then you threw whatever you had on that one rod you could carry.
Yeah.
I'm just asking because before I switched over to glass, and it may just be the way I fight fish, because Danny's seen me, Tony's seen me across the way there.
He's abusive.
I bring the fish to me. They're coming to me. I don't give them a chance to go around the trolling motor. I don't run around the boat.
He boat flips them.
They're coming to me. They're more forgiving for the way I like to fish, because if I can fight that fish to the boat and I notice I've just barely got him skin hooked, I can fight that fish a little more finesse with a glass rod than I can a composite.
And that's
rod.
just your experience. That's what you're
my
comfortable.
experience.
Okay, I got that. Caleb Acosta Fishing got a serious question for y'all to dwell on. Throw it out there, man. What kind of gear ratio y'all cracking it on? And then Dave says a 7.6 Falcon medium heavy. What gear ratio?
8-1.
For cranking.
Mm-hmm.
Why you go that fast? Just out of curiosity.
Speed kills.
Yeah.
Just because it's on the near the herring and all that? Is that why? And you're
If I need
what?
to slow it down, I won't reel it as fast.
If I had one
Okay,
gear
yeah.
ratio reel,
Just out of curiosity. Yeah.
something in the 6.4, 6.7, because I can slow down if I have to, and I can speed up if I have to. I want something right in the middle.
Okay, Tony.
6'4".
Cowboy says, I think glass, the fish gets the bait more because you never feel them. I got that.
7-1.
7-1. Yeah.
Thank you.
7-1.
I'm going to slap shit out of him, right?
Whack.
I was coming.
Yeah, I know you were.
And no San Diego jam here, man. Caleb Acosta Fishing. How do you feel about anglers bringing their children along in a local club tourney, kayak events mostly?
Huh?
Is this at weigh-in or is this during the tournament?
It's a toddler. They're speaking specifically on a 3-year-old kid sitting on the back with not even a fishing pole in their hand, just going with dad.
So you're for it or against it?
I'm for it.
Okay, he's for it.
I started to say I'd love if my little boy could go fishing with me during the tournament, but
I would say
I'm not going to argue. I'm not going to argue with it. I mean, you don't know.
They're saying it gives a competitive advantage because the kid is going to be fishing and dad's going to count the kid's fish, the 3-year-old.
Who is this?
It's a dude on Facebook.
Miss Kid, my kid's 8 years old, or I'll go with my little girl because she's closer to age, 5 years old. She wouldn't know what to do if a fish bit her rod.
I'm
She'd
not
be
aware of
sitting there
this
going,
situation.
my rod would end up in the water.
It's going to be more a disadvantage than an advantage.
I was fixing to say, if you've got a 3-year-old anywhere around you while you're fishing, you know how much work that is.
I started to say you're putting yourself at a disadvantage versus an advantage.
100%.
Okay, well, there you go. You guys answered that question. You in agreement with that there, Father Tom?
Absolutely. I think if you can take somebody, a kid, especially your own or somebody else's, take them.
Okay.
Let's get a
Better
kid.
than sitting
Let's
in
get
front
a
of a
kid involved
screen.
in fishing.
Yeah.
Okay, I got you. Well, there you go. I wasn't aware of that situation. So
Yeah, I'll show you some of it.
You'll show it
The guy
to me?
just likes to argue with people. He's a moron.
who is it?
There's some of those.
He's a South Carolina guy.
Oh Lord!
Oh, that makes sense. All right, let's see.
Not one of your South Carolina guys, is
No.
it?
Go ahead and scroll on down. I don't see any questions right there. Keep it going down till we see a question. Brad Silvers.
Right.
Or
Oh.
there you go. Anyone ever did the baby oil trick to add weight?
Right here. Yes, I told you about this the other day.
You puff daddied it?
You drilled
He's
it,
diddy
put
it.
oil in
He's
it.
diddying it. You diddied your crankbait?
Yeah, no, I told you about this the other day. You take a hypodermic needle and you get it really hot.
Yeah, he told me about this one.
And if you've got a crankbait that doesn't have a transfer or weight transfer system in it, which there are quite a few out there that don't have it, and you can't throw them real well, you can take a real hot or heat up a hypodermic needle with baby oil in the syringe, stick it in, put baby oil in it, and then take some epoxy and take over the top of it.
Mm-hmm.
Now that crankbait's weighted, and now you can throw it a mile. Now you've taken your favorite crankbait you can't throw and throw it a lot further and get it deeper than.
But you
you've
got to
ever
have the
got it.
needle hot enough to melt through the little plastic.
Yes.
You going through the back?
Yep.
Just like
Into
Diddy.
the chamber.
Just like Diddy.
you go into the it's going to be the middle chamber. It's going to be the middle chamber, and to add weight so you don't throw the weight off.
Pull up D Woods. That's a good tip.
D Woods.
Right there. What's the deepest anyone in the room has ever caught one cranking? Anybody ever used the long line technique? I would guess, honestly, 14, 15 foot, because I don't deep crank that much. But I know the long lining thing. I get what he's doing there. What's the deepest, Tony, you've ever done it?
About 25.
Okay. Alex?
Yeah, 15, 20.
Okay.
35 foot.
Was you long lining when you did it? Hold on a second. I got to turn to Kevin, make sure we include him.
16 feet.
16 feet?
I was on Chickamauga long lining, and what I would do is I'd get up to my spot that I'd found them on a deep ledge. It was a secondary ledge. The ledge dropped off and came out a little bit, and it dropped off again, and they were sitting on that secondary ledge. And I would throw past it and let the current take me back a good 50 yards, and I'd engage my reel and get it down there to them. And I caught 5 or 6 that way.
Okay, I can see that working. Bottom line outdoors, does water temp determine if you use balsa or plastic crankbaits? Water temp.
If it's cold water, I'm using balsa no matter what,
Okay.
because plastic doesn't do well in cold water. It gets brittle. If I saw somebody say that they smacked their Rapala against the water, and that was the last time they threw it. Yeah, they're very fragile. But when it's cold outside and you want to bust a crankbait, A plastic one, let that water temp and that air temp get real cold and throw it, and you'll shatter one.
Okay. Kendra long lines, because that's what I do with the current. Works great. Right there. WB Harrington, what's your favorite discontinued crankbait? Anybody? Bueller?
Say most of my favorites are still running.
Yeah, Bueller. I couldn't even tell you. I couldn't answer that
I
question.
saw a comment a little further up about the catching rods real quick. I want to
Okay, address it.
He said that he picked up an Element and he thinks they just came out. They've actually been out for 2 or 3 years now. They just came out with the Gen 2, but it is very affordable, and it's actually the most affordable 100% American made rod that you can get.
Okay, there you
I do
go.
like that about caching.
There you go.
They're 100% American made.
Now, okay, so back when you were asking about the, a lot of them guys were going never, rarely, ever. That's when you were talking about the glass or something. That's how far back we've gotten behind again. Keep on scrolling their questions, so we have time to get a few more of these questions. We see you're cheap there, cranking and yanking. I got that. Keep on going. I don't see nothing. Kevin, ever fish any ponds while at them love stations? I mean, the truck stops.
Damn.
You know what he's talking about right there, Mr. Jam.
Yeah, I know what he's talking about. No.
Did he trick for fish with that oil? I want to try to make sure we don't miss anybody. Now, I'm not in TikTok jail yet, so we're doing all right today. Talking gear ratio.
I guess we're at the bottom.
Okay, pull up Jeremy Concrete.
Jeremy Concrete.
Right beside him. Talking gear ratio, which isn't inch per turn. Why isn't inch per turn ever talked about? Because you take a 6/8 gear ratio reel from 4 different companies. They all can have a different inch per turn, but all be a 6/8. And what's up, Bible Bass TV?
It also has to do with spool, your spool width.
Mm-hmm.
There.
Diameter, yeah.
Your spool, if your spool width diameter is bigger, you're going to pick up more lines or inch per turn, even with a 6/8. Now you got one of them real skinny, it's going to be less. Yeah,
So they're turning the same.
Well, if you got less line on there, if you got
Mhm.
more line on there, there's all different factors.
if you don't have your
Variables.
spool, if you don't have your spool full, you're going to bring in less line than you would if you've got a full spool. So it's definitely
I think the gear ratio is about the only thing they can guarantee
Mhm.
tooth count wise. They can't guarantee that you're going to get 6 to 8.
Tooth count.
Yeah, tooth count. You
Right.
can't guarantee the inch per turn because if, like I said, if I got a half of spool line,
Yeah.
I'm just throwing that out there. Maybe
Well, you
that's
know
fine.
how often I fuss about a medium heavy rod with one company is
Oh, yeah.
not a medium heavy with the next or the next or the
Yeah,
next.
that's
That's
actually
true.
maddening sometimes.
That is absolutely, and that's why a lot of guys, I always say, don't buy one online unless you've had that rod before,
Yeah.
because then you'll get it and you'll be like, well, this ain't a medium heavy, but it is a medium. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. Anyone try the new Mega Bass, Mega Huge crankbaits that have been coming out? Anyone try the new huge crankbaits?
I don't want to buy one and break a rod.
Are we talking about like glide bait kind of size crankbaits,
They're huge.
like something John Alred would
It's
throw?
way bigger than the 10XD.
Yeah,
Way bigger than a
they're
10XD?
massive. They're like, if I'm not mistaken, like 2.5 to almost 4 ounces.
Oh wow.
They're huge.
Really?
They're huge.
Where would you be throwing if you had one? Where would you be throwing that at? Up on the ledges at Chick or something like that?
Something like that.
I wonder how deep do they run?
I don't know. All I saw was a picture of it, and I was like, man, it looks like one of those crankbaits you buy at Bass Pro Shop. You hang up on your wall.
Yeah, I got you. Anybody ever use a bottom bouncer type with a jerk bait or a crankbait?
No.
Bouncer type.
What is a bottom bouncer type?
Yeah, I mean, I bounce them off the.
I mean, I dig and bounce and dig and bounce. I don't know what he's talking
It all
about.
has to do with the bill and the how. If I'm reading his comment right,
Well,
it's
underneath
all
it
about
says
how
weight.
the deal.
Oh, weight.
Huh?
He says weight underneath it.
Bottom.
Anybody ever use a bottom bouncer type with jerk bait or a crankbait?
a
He's talking
weight.
about a weight.
I wasn't
Almost
going
like a Carolina rig, I guess.
Carolina. No, I ain't never done that.
But we heard somebody talk about that not just too long ago. But
I've
Yeah.
tried that.
don't like it?
No, I wasn't successful with it at all.
I feel like you just get hung up because your crankbait or your jerkbait would stay too down. But I guess if you got one of the slow risers, it'd stay off the bottom.
Yeah.
I guess so, yeah. Oh, cranking and yanking. Anyone that has ever owned an Ambassador 5000 knows it doesn't start really moving line until that spool is full. I mean, that's how I learned how to throw. I hate to say it, I would steal my papa's old Ambassadors, old round ones, and all that. And that's how I tried to learn how to throw a bait caster and all that. Sometimes it's, what's the red one?
No,
You know what I'm talking about? He used it for catfish.
there was a 3500, but I don't think it was red.
It was an old red one. I mean, it sucked. No, Randy doesn't use the baby oil trick. See, I prefer older Bill Normans compared to the present ones. There's no comparison in size and action. Yeah. I mean, I get that. I get that for sure. And Andy says bottom bouncer are weighted wire usually used for walleye up north. Okay.
Oh, is it like
One of those leader, like a leader line hanging off the bottom. Or
it's
something?
what's the rig that's got the hook tied to the end that's got the wire coming down off the end of the hook? Tokyo rig.
Tokyo
Oh yeah,
rig.
Tokyo.
Oh, like that, kind of like that. 5000 was red and it did not suck. No, cranking and yanking. My grandfather had one and it sucked. Now listen, it might have been that he probably didn't grease it ever or anything like that, but as a 12, 13-year-old boy, it sucked. I could that thing 10 feet. But no, I love them old ones like that. Old warts versus new warts.
Old warts.
Kind of like the Seville.
Old warts.
Old Seville versus new Seville.
If you can find them.
You can't find them.
Yeah.
No, you're going to pay a premium when you do on eBay.
There you go.
I maybe have 4 old warts left, and I'm about afraid to use them.
Better he put 100%. He agrees with you with that. All right. Anybody got anything else they want to cover on crankbaits? If we, run the gamut tonight.
We've
There's
had a
some
lot.
good stuff.
We've had a
Throw
lot.
them.
You do need to throw them, and I need to throw them more often. I'll be honest with you.
This is probably the one bait I throw more than a jig.
Really.
Mm-hmm.
You throw this more than a jig.
Just about.
I know you. I mean, I say that. I've been with you. I know you throw them a lot. Nobody said pose. Somebody saw. I saw it up in a comment.
Yeah,
Anybody
somebody
got
did
any
mention
pose?
it. Yeah, somebody mentioned it.
All right, we'll show you a pose before we go.
Whole box.
That's right. I remember you brought that box before, ain't you?
Yeah, I have.
What's so special about the pose?
I like them. They're balsa to begin with, and they float real well.
Mhm.
And I saw a comment earlier where it says they break. I have never broke the bill or a pose.
I'm talking on Rappalas.
No, it wasn't on you.
Oh.
It was up there on a comment.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But these are good West Point. That's why I use them.
That's what you use it. Jeremy Contract throws them. There's a couple more comments. Aaron Young, Carolina rig a floating jerk bait to get it deep and reel it through the thermocline, and it does work. I can see that. And Crankin' Yankin said, right there, I had a couple, and Bacon's Tackle here in Shreveport, the oldest tackle shop in the U.S., carried parts for it. He's talking about that Ambassador right there. Let me check. How expensive is balsa with the tariffs? I mean, I don't know. I ain't got a clue. I mean, Rapala may have gone up just a little bit, but not a ton. They're not jumping big time. What's a crankbait topwater rules? Try to make sure I don't miss anybody. Danny, do you have the Groove hard bait box there to show us? Yes, right here. And I got them in stock too. I've got all the Groove tackle stuff in stock if you want to come by and buy one. But that's the hard bait box right there. And I'll open it up real quick. My damn thumb is killing me from slapping that dog. Danny is one goofy looking guy. You got that right? You don't have to joke, but there it is. Cool thing about it is they ain't going nowhere. Once you put them in that thing, bounce around your boat and all that, they ain't going, and you ain't got to deal with all the hooks like everybody else was doing
Pull
earlier.
one out for us.
Anyway, that's how he hurt his thumb trying to get one out.
Yeah, so great. I grabbed that one thing by my hand, but yeah, I mean, they pull out, and all you got to do is stick it right back. My thumb is killing me. They just snap right back in there. All right, so I don't know if I did. I can't grip nothing. So anyway, I think we covered everything. A lot of juice. So yeah, guys, listen, it was a good show. Farmer, Alex, Tony,
Yes, sir.
and even Kevin over there. Even though you derailed the show for about 15 minutes.
I'm sorry.
It's always awesome when you guys come up here. And you guys listen, you come up here and you hung out with us tonight. And
Anthony, you can go back and watch it as soon as we hit in. As soon as we cut the live, you can go back and watch the
Who's
whole
that?
show.
I don't
Anthony
see
Wooten right there.
Anthony Wooten.
Yeah.
How much do you have to spend to get free shipping from FNGO? And these are not on the site yet, so I got to change that. But I would say I think it's $49.99 or
I was gonna
50,
say it's about $50.
about $50, somewhere right in there.
Been a minute since I ordered, but
Yeah.
yeah.
That's a bunch
And
of
it-
good
listen-
frigate jigs to send your way.
And I'll get it to you in 2 years, according to everybody else, like that. So, anyway, you guys, hey, listen, appreciate you hanging out with us. Weekend's in sight. You guys come back here tomorrow at 12 for the final lunch break of the week, and then go out this weekend, have some fun. If you're out there in Alabama, go check out the Ultimate Angler. If you're on the water anywhere around here, and I'll read that in just a second, Dane. If you're on the water anywhere around here, please be careful. We don't want any accidents with any of you. And even if you're going deer hunting, be careful out there as well. October 18th out of Gatewood on Allatoona, Christian Hearn FOP benefit tournament. Where can I get information on that?
Huh?
You know, I mean, Dane's your buddies like that. So look on Dane.
If he's told me, I forgot. I'm sorry, Dane.
Go to Dane. Look up Dane Hunter on Facebook. Nick D, wait, I have 68 questions left. You got to save them for the next episode right there, because I've been here since 8 o'clock this morning. And these guys have worked. What?
You've also said you can hit any of us up on Facebook or anything like that.
Oh,
answer
for
questions.
sure.
Always Facebook,
Yep.
Yeah.
TikTok, Instagram. I'm
Yeah,
out
you
there.
can hit any of us up, or
Yep.
we're
Except-
on the group page all the time on Facebook.
Except for Kevin, because he still writes on like rock tablets and stuff.
Crayons.
Crayons?
Crayons.
All
Crayons.
right. Anyway, you guys, hey, we appreciate you. Y'all be good. I'll see you tomorrow at 12. Enjoy the rest of your evening.